Hey, this is Red in Tooth and Claw, our little Star Wars Burning Wheel hack campaign this is episode 2, a month lalater.
Josh, I'm trying to go for creepy vibes right now. Is that the goal?
The light, yeah, definitely gives a little bit of
Sorry,
I
was just like,
mm-hmm. We're back. We're going to do some Star Wars. It'll be fun. It'll be great. I finally have the overlays set up properly so we can see both our names and our characters' names cycling through. So, yeah, I'm really happy. I think I've finally gotten these new overlay templates to how I want them to look. I changed the way that the text looks, and I think it pops now. I think it looks really nice. Last time we left off these characters, they were trying to escape Terrace. Terrace is being invaded by Mandalorians, and they had to try to figure out a way off. Your ship was damaged during the initial fight with the Mandalorian, and no one's particular fault, Just, yeah. And
it's not my fault the roof was falling apart.
I
was expertly piloting it. I just couldn't see above me.
The ship is fine to fly in atmosphere, but if you want to go into space, that's no bueno. So you have found a friend of Alyssa's characters, a person she knows at least, who has the fabrication skill, which is what you need to fix this ship at this point. But you failed the circles test, which doesn't mean that he hates you. I just added some complication to the scene, right? Like you show up and Mandalorians are already there, trying to raid his little dock here, his little shipyard. So you're gonna have to figure that out. Elwyn was kind of already about to get off the ship, and then kind of called back into the ship to have everybody else come and help. But let's go ahead and do beliefs and instincts and whatnot, and make sure we remember who these characters are and tweak any beliefs based on this new situation, right? You're still trying to escape Terrace, but probably a lot of the session will focus on saving this guy and getting your ship repaired, right? So let's go ahead and start with Ryukesh. Chad, who is Ryukesh? What are his beliefs, instincts?
Well, can I go last so I can update? I don't want to review my beliefs real quick to make sure they make sense for the session.
Yeah. Well, I was also going to suggest that we could also just go through them together, right, and just change them right now, because I know we haven't really had a chance to look them over. But if you'd rather just read them over and tweak them, that's fine too.
Yeah. Let me read them and then come back to me, please.
Yep. Elwyn. Who's Elwyn Starwind, Alyssa?
Elwyn Starwind is a Jedi Sentinel. So she's a pilot spy Jedi.
Yep.
Never became a master, but she goes on important missions for the Jedi, and she was lastly in Terrace when this all happened, and she was going to help take some Jedi friends home, and that did not go as planned.
Mm-hmm.
So my beliefs are: a good pilot has connections on every planet. I will make a new ally. The Mandalorians are a threat to the peace of the Republic. We must escape Terrace and inform the Jedi Order of the attack. And then my third belief was about Gorel, but I was thinking about swapping that out this session just because I don't think we'll get to it. I was going to say my ship desperately needs repairs.
Yeah.
And then
here let's broaden that out a little bit. Let's have that first part be about your what's a belief that Elwyn has about her ship, right?
My ship needs to be in good working order at all times.
Right. Yeah, because you have the instinct always know where my ship is located. But yeah, the belief about ship, something
maybe go ahead.
Yeah, because there's a way you could word that would be an easy instinct, right? Always keep my ship repaired. But if it's a belief, we probably want it to be more what it has to be some sort of something a little bit more philosophical, right? Something why do you believe that the ship must? Is it ships? For example, a pilot ship is like her arm, right? A pilot should treat her ship like her own body, or something along those lines, right?
Right. Yeah, something like that. So like I already have a good pilot, so I probably need something like maybe like a pilot never leaves their ship on like or no. Yeah. No, I like what you said. Hold on. Let's just tweak that a little bit. A pilot is or a ship is an extension of a pilot.
Yeah.
Ship is an important extension of a pilot. Okay, and then what I'm going to do about it, I must save the mechanic. I don't know if that's what his title is. The
shipwright, I think.
Shipwright to from the Mandalorians.
In order to secure his aid in fixing my ship, basically.
In order to secure his aid in fixing my ship. There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Sweet. Yeah.
Okay. Instincts are always tell the truth, always know where my ship is located. If I think someone is suspicious, I will trail them. And then do you want me to do...
Yeah, let's do traits.
Superstitious, familiar face, empathy, sworn to the order, attuned, and nimble.
Nice. All right, cool. Jenna Kinloft. Who you be?
My character is Jenna Kinloft. She goes by Jin. She is a Jedi Knight. Kind of been spending more time on the Outer Rim lately as a wandering knight. A little bit of a loner, but kind of lonely. Her beliefs are the Jedi Order is starting to lose its way. I want to find a Padawan to correct this. It's probably a long-term goal, not short-term at all.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's something you could definitely work on any session that you meet a new person, right? Like, are you force sensitive? Like, you right? Yeah.
And then the warlords of Mandalore are a threat to the Republic. I will escape terrorists and appeal to the Jedi Order for action. The last one is I'm a better fighter with 2 lightsabers. I will try to acquire a second one.
Nice. Yeah.
Instincts are if someone is in danger, I will protect them even at my own expense. Always question the Jedi Order and always keep others at a distance. Separate to change. Traits are lonesome and prominent scar, as well as empathy, attuned, sworn to the order, knighthood, and fearless with call-on traits of driven and dispute settler.
Yeah. Cool. We got Fang. What's going on with Fang right now?
Fang, the Gank Jedi ambassador, is not being very good ambassador at the moment. Has not persuaded anyone to do anything. His beliefs are the Order must follow the will of the Force, not bend it to their own will. I will assist the other members of the Order and build a foundation of respect. I must be able to control my natural Gank aggression. I will interrogate our prisoner to find a way to minimize further conflicts. And my gut says to fight the Mandalorians, but it is forbidden. I will escape Taris and appeal to the Jedi Order for action. Instincts-wise, we have, if someone frustrates my focus or effort, then I respond with sharp words. I will always ease the suffering or danger of innocents. Always question the motives of others. And always get a twinge in the head from impending danger. My traits are child of a bloodthirsty culture, native of a foreign world, strong physique, furred, predator's vision, and then die traits of attuned, sworn to the order, diplomatic immunity, sixth sense, alien, and cyborg. And then my call-ons are booming voice and nimble.
Very fun. And last but not least, you got Ryu circling back around.
I'm just trying to fix my first belief. I don't know if it was to persuade another Jedi scientist to help me, but I think it's too late for that.
Yeah, at the very least, there are no Jedi right now, so it's probably not a thing that.
So, can I change it to persuade another Jedi?
Just in general, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's see. It's what I will persuade other Jedi to recognize the Mandalorian threat, so we can work together to combat it. So what does that look like when you succeed? Right? Like, is it?
I don't know. Maybe my guy's just like like a lobbyist, like he's trying to lobby other Jedi to
Right. So this could be a thing you work on every session as long as there's a Jedi around to make sure.
I basically want other Jedi to also want to tell the Jedi Council to change course.
Sure. Real quick, let's do a player level check on everybody's character. Is everyone already there? Like, is this something that Ryu could do? Could he make a roll on any of you to convince you? Like, are you not there yet with this? Because it's to recognize the Mandalorian threat so that we can work together to combat it. Like, I don't want him to keep this belief right now if all three of you do not need to be convinced of this, because then he won't be able to roll on it or get Arthur for it.
Yeah, I think personally, Fang is very much on the board of like his gut says to fight. I think if it was a belief to persuade us to do a specific thing about it, so maybe like assist in your armor research or like something like that, then it could be like more of a thing, especially since that could play into things like I know I have an instinct about always questioning the motives of others, of like you could then source some actual roles worthy stuff.
And like Fang has like peripheral skills to like the scholarly stuff that Ryu is doing, right? He has something along those lines.
I have. Let me see. Well, I mean, I now have jury rigging, but
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like a few. At the very least, I could like assist in some like further persuasioning stuff as well, and like getting more people on board.
Yeah. I like this direction for you, right? That makes sense to me. Like he definitely seems like it seems like this is what he cares about. I just want to make sure that there's a chance to work on it this session, right?
I think Elowen personally is already there. She sees the threat, but I think I agree with Josh, though. I think that maybe the direction she would take would be different than what maybe Ryu would want. So if like the idea is that you want us to like
do a particular tactic.
Right?
Yeah, so I think what it would end up being is like my first two beliefs would go together a little bit. So the first one would be getting other Jedi to help me, like my guy's not a good fighter, so maybe I need some armor samples or something, and you guys help me with my research,
secure the samples. Yeah.
And then if I don't trust people, if I don't trust other Jedi, then I am very secretive and hide my research from them.
Well, here's a question, Chad. What if we make that first belief less about persuading them and more like ensuring, like it could be partially about that, but like making sure that they are trustworthy, right? Right? Like they are the sort of people you want in your mission. Because if your second belief is I will hide my true research from any Jedi I do not trust, we already know that like Ryu's thing is this is the research that will end the war. And so the first belief could be about I need to gather a team of Jedi who can help me do this thing. Obviously persuading them is important, but also making sure that they're the type of people who I want to persuade to help me is also important.
So can I just say I will find other Jedi I trust?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah, no, I think I think that's probably the place to start, right? Is like make sure that the other three Jedi that are with you are like the people you want to try to get on this research thing with you. And as soon as you've done that, then we can move on to persuade them to help me gather samples, right? And then from there you could, do other stuff.
And I can change it, right?
Exactly.
Like
every session it can change. We can tweak it. But we know that the Jedi Order is a force for good in the galaxy, but it must change course is the main driving force of that part of it.
Yeah.
Right. So this is about Ryu likes the Jedi Order. He wants to work with other Jedi. He just has to figure out like the right Jedi and help them to change course. Right.
So as written, it says, the Jedi Order is a force for good in the galaxy, but it must change course. I will find other Jedi I trust who recognize the Mandalorian threat to aid me in my research so that we can work together to combat it. Can I remove the last part or do I leave? I guess
you could leave it or remove it. Either way is fine.
I'll just leave it. My other beliefs are the resources the Jedi Order has at their disposal offer the best chance to find a weakness in the Mandalorian armor. I will hide my true research from any Jedi I do not trust, ensuring it stays secret at all costs. Finding a counter to Mandalorian armor is the key to defeating them. I will protect my research. That's kind of the same as the last one. And help our crew find a way to escape terrorists.
Well, this one's about like making
Right
sure
now.
that it stays safe, right?
Okay, right. That's
in
true.
a physical
Not secret.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, safe and secret are two separate things. Yeah.
Instincts are always defend the reputation of the Jedi Order despite our disagreements. Always tend to the medical needs of those around me, even my enemies. And if I find myself in a bad situation, then I will use science to find a solution.
Nice.
And Ryu's traits are Cenobitic, bedside manner, blue skin, attuned, sworn to the Order, knighthood, empathy, thick skin. And he has 2 column traits for Arctic endurance and charismatic.
Yeah. Nice. One last note before we get started here. I did put in handouts, the first 2 there are using empathy and advancing empathy. All of you, except for Fang, have empathy, which is the like Jedi light side attribute, right? I would take a glance at those. Using empathy will tell you the situations where you can add your empathy dice to things to help you, right? It's when you answer the call and when you self-sacrifice. So when the intent of a task would fulfill a need beyond your own, or when the task of a task is an act of sacrifice. There's a couple other notes in there about what empathy is and does that you can reference just as we're playing. If you think like something might come up empathy-wise that would help you, this is a good reference sheet to be able to know like when it could be useful to you. And then advancing empathy. Empathy, unlike a lot of emotional attributes in Burning Wheel, is a very active thing. You have to like intentionally go about like making sure your Jedi is like reaching out in self-sacrifice and empathy to other sentient beings and whatnot to advance it further. So you might want to take a look at that and be like, okay, I need to set up my character to embrace the consequences of my failure with humility, or you know, whatever. Just like have those things on your mind so you can work towards them if you want to advance that attribute. So those are there for your benefit. But yeah, I think we're good to go. I'll go ahead and drag you guys to this little map I've grabbed. So I think we're gonna assume that this ship right over here is your guys' ship. Probably a little bigger than that. But this kind of landing pad area is probably where you've landed down. And again, Burning Wheel doesn't really particularly care about like, oh, I'm 30 feet away from them. That means I can use my force ability. But it's nice to have a reference sometimes to just see what's going on and whatnot. So I'm gonna drag some tokens out here for you guys to be able to see what's going on here. Can you see the map? Is everything okay? Cool. Sometimes it's dark for no reason. I'll go ahead and drag these tokens out here. So Ellen was like kind of leading the charge out here. We have Geralt and Scrap, who are assuming are just staying back in the ship while the Jedi are all rushing out to like fight Mandalorians, right? Is that what's happening? Question mark?
You're talking about me rushing out?
That is my question is, are you guys rushing out to fight Mandalorians? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought we were in a ship.
You are. Yeah, you just landed.
Oh, okay.
So basically this is like a repair bay. It's like a shipyard where ships get repaired. And you guys have landed here. And what was going to happen is Elohim was going to get out of the ship and go over to her friend, who she knew ran this place, try to find him and be like, hey, we need our ship fixed. But instead she got out and noticed that there were already Mandalorians here. And so she like called back and said, guys, we're going to have company, right? Like, and that's where we left off last time. So do we just see the Jedi rush out of out the ramp or something else? Kind of up to you guys how you want to approach this. You can the number one thing I described is that up here where his office is, Elwyn saw Mandalorians like busting down the door and roughing him up basically, right? He's being threatened by Mandalorians currently. I think it's likely that there are other Mandalorians in the shipyard, right? Like around here somewhere. But I'm just curious what your guys' like tactics would be, what your plan would be. In the immediate, are you gonna like fight your way through? What are you gonna do? The city's kind of in chaos right now, so it's like it's not necessarily that
like they wouldn't have noticed our ship coming down though. And landing?
This is a large area. I think that at least in the moment, no Mandalorians have turned and started firing at you yet. So
okay.
I just wanted to get your initial actions, and then I can describe what else is going on.
Are there any like tech devices, like smoke screens or something, that we can at least like throw out there so that we don't get like immediately shot by Mandalorians?
I mean,
also, I was thinking like we
Fang has jury rigging. And
I was thinking we could just like try to stealth out. Like I'm sure there's some. Like,
are we surrounded?
You're not surrounded. You do like it's gonna be, if you guys rush out, it's definitely going to be very quick. It's not going to be very long before Mandalorians are surrounding you, because there are some in the shipyard over here. But in the exact moment that you're like getting out of the ship, they have not like turned to you yet.
And our immediate goal is to find Elowen's friend.
Yep, and make sure that he's safe and can repair your ship. Like there's like fabrication machines and stuff here that can like help repair.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something I can make with chemistry that can help us.
Smoke screen.
I was thinking that, but the Mandalorian, do I expect them to come? I expect they're following us, basically.
Well, also what we don't want, I don't necessarily want us to draw attention to the ship, because we get a smoke screen and then we could get out, but then they might take the ship or go, do that. So is there like a way that we could like just like sneak off and like get some behind some cargo and then sneak into where like the shipwright's office is, where he's being held? Or would it require us to like have some kind of obscurity to get there?
Yeah, the thing that is the risk, I think, is while the city is in chaos and like you immediately landing here did not immediately turn the Mandalorians on you, because there's enough ships flying around that like it's and they're focused on like scavenging or something over here, right? They're like tearing apart some things. They're not immediately turning to you, but if you leave the ship there and just go off and sneak and they don't notice you, there are Mandalorians that will eventually notice the ship and go up to the ship. So if you leave your mechanic friend in the ship by himself, he will likely get attacked by Mandalorians if you don't stop the Mandalorians first, right? You have a moment of surprise to do whatever you want here, but if they don't notice you and you like sneak past them, they'll eventually find the ship.
Right.
So I think you guys can tell that there is a squad of Mandalorians like down, kind of like to the southwest of you, who are picking apart some crates. And haven't quite noticed yet.
Like, so hear me out. I'm never usually proponent of splitting the party, but what if two of us stay behind to protect the ship, and then the other two go get the shipwright?
Yep, do that.
We like go and secure him while the others keep the ship secure. I don't know. Just an idea. Just throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are these like mooks, or are they like clad in like Beskar armor?
That would be a roll, I think, right? If you want to like give them a look over, try to gauge their skill and whatnot. Is that what Jin is doing?
Probably to know that enemy. I know she wants to. She would probably want to fight because someone's getting attacked, but at least she wouldn't go in like without at least knowing something.
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look at your skills and see if there's something that jumps out to us. You can roll like soldier wise. That's probably the thing that jumps out to me immediately. Yeah, let's have you roll soldier wise. And I think we'll do it just graduated, which means we'll set the odds as 1, and just how many successes you get will just kind of determine how much you know about them. So there's no particular failure conditions here, but so yeah, soldier wise there. And then if you have any forks that you see that you think might be helpful, you can feel free to argue for them. But I think the main skill here is like Jenna knowing soldiers and specifically the Mandalorians because they are soldiers. Like what she can gauge here about their skill.
That's probably the only thing. Maybe contested sector wise, but I'm not.
That's what I was gonna suggest. Yep. Mm-hmm. You're definitely quite literally in one right now, right?
Yeah, click the die. There. I don't. Hold on. I don't know why it's doing this. Why is your thing like on full screen? Can you exit out of like full screen? Oh, there it is.
Oh.
So one,
Okay.
none,
Okay.
and then face off one.
And technically, you could get help from other people too. But okay, yep, that's a 1. So a 1 for wises usually is like common knowledge. So not telling you nothing, but certainly not as much as like an getting 2 would be an interesting fact level. If you would like to like spend a fate point or 2, you did have a 6 there in that roll, so you could try to get more successes if you like. Up to you.
How much fate do you have?
How much fate do I have?
4 fate points right now.
It's up to you.
Well, it might be worth it because it could help us plan. Because we just need to prepare and then we can get out of
One
here.
success on a soldier-wise test is not going to tell you a lot. So.
Oh, well, man, it's not really worth it. We might just have to go in.
Well, what I mean is like the 1 success you got right now.
Current success won't.
But
if
your current level of success.
Something,
yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, let's try it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think getting at least 1 more success will give you like a detail you weren't able to get otherwise.
Fate?
Oh,
I'm gonna click fate.
Yeah, so you can spend 1 or 2 fate because you have a 6, and then technically you can always spend 1 fate to reroll 1 of your failed dice as well.
I would just spend 1 fate. I wouldn't spend 2 on this.
And then just dice is 1.
Yeah, so you're just going for a 50-50 shot.
No.
All right, so no. Yeah, so I mean, they're Mandalorians. The one thing you probably can tell that is like an actual detail is that they don't have well, here, let me actually pull up their character sheets just to make sure I don't lie to you about what they may or may not have. They all are wearing Mandalorian armor, but it doesn't look like Beskar. It's unlikely that it would be like, it's mostly like the main guys, the main Mandalorian leaders who would have that. And they don't have like jetpacks or anything fancy like that. Sorry. Yeah, you know what? Okay, so this is what you know. They look like pretty normal Mandalorian troopers. You don't see a jetpack on them. And you don't see any other like distinguishing feature about them. So it's likely they're just kind of normal Mandalorian mooks. That's what you think. The 1 success there. So yeah, so that's what Jenna picks up. What are the rest of you doing while she's gauging the situation? Like Elwyn, you were the first one out of the ship. Are you do anything in the immediate, or are you waiting for your friends to decide what to do?
I think, let's see. Let me take a look at my skills and let me see what I could potentially do. I feel like what Elwyn would be trying to do right now, right, is trying to find like the best way, because how far away would you say, like, because you said we saw him being taken. Clearly he's not like that far away, but I think
so on this map I would say that like he's up this way, like this is his office is up here somewhere. You probably saw him get taken like by gunpoint up into like an office up there somewhere, right?
So I think she would probably be trying to figure out a way to like get up there without being noticed. Okay. That would probably be what she's trying to do.
Are you just like taking off, or are you like making any preparations to that effect?
That I don't think so. I think I would leave preparations to my teammates. I think again, my idea is that I go up with 2 people because I know him. right?
Yeah.
So I think I should go.
And you're the sentinel. You're the sneaky person. So
right, and then 2 others should stay behind to make sure the ship is safe. But I don't know if that's a good plan or not. That's just my first instinct.
Do you just say that to, like, in character? Do you say that to them?
Yeah, I think so. Right, like 2 of us should like go up there quietly. Like we should try to do this quietly, right? If we can, like while we still have the element of crazy things happening. But right, we still need people to watch the ship. Like we can't let the ship get taken.
I could find out if my diplomatic credentials have any weight with these guys.
No, but your lightsaber will.
Aggressive negotiation.
I love that all of you Jedi are just going to push this guy to the dark side. That's what's going to happen here. You're just going to be like, yes, no, be aggressive, Fang. It's fine.
War calls for aggression sometimes, you know? What can I say?
Ryu, do you have any input?
No, I don't know what I want to do. I have no idea. I don't know how much time. I don't think I have time to do anything that would
like getting like
my skills or instincts. I mean, my beliefs and instincts. I'm going to say that Ryu is waiting to see what the more fighting-oriented Jedi do and plan to assist them.
Sounds good. So Fang, were you suggesting basically that like you would go talk to the Mandalorians that are just standing right there?
Yeah, that's Fang's floating thing.
Yeah,
trying not to be an aggressive gank. And it seems that he's the least aggressive person, despite being a gank.
Yeah. So when Elowen says that,
I'm not like suggesting that you just go over there and start fighting, but if you need to, you gotta.
I mean, we have to protect that person that they're attacking.
All right, I gotta go get him.
I'm happy to walk up to him, ask him if they could stand down, and if they don't, stab him. But can we at least try?
You're welcome to come with me and try. I don't care which of you comes with me, but we gotta go.
I'll hold down the fort. There's people to protect here.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, Elowen could also just go by herself, but
I don't know if I should. I really suck at my lightsaber.
Well, here's the question though: does anyone else have stealthy?
That a skill that we could.
Yeah. But am I going to be able to get this guy stealthily? I feel like getting up there is the goal, right? Mm-hmm. Stealthily. But once I get up there, it's going to go down.
That's what I was wondering. It's just, you just want to get into position, and then the assumption is that everybody's going to fight, or like I am curious what your actual plan is here.
Well, yeah, kind of, because like I don't think unless I can find a way to because they're like surrounding him. So unless they're leaving him alone in the office for me to break into the office and sneak him out, then there's going to be fighting.
Yeah.
This is, so that's just my logic, right? Is that right? Like I don't want to go up there.
It just doesn't seem like a good plan to me to sneak up there and then just break the stealth anyway, now that you're all split up and there are other Mandalorians out here.
No, but if we're up there and we break our stealth, then the ship is at least not going to be like...
Right, but you are the only person who can get up there stealthily, so...
Fine, I guess I'm going to die. It's fine. I've got to...
What I'm saying is, if you want to do a stealth mission, you kind of have to do it alone if you want stealth to matter, right?
I mean, that's fair. And I do want stealth to matter because I want to try to do this quietly. Like, that would be the idea.
I think if you get the jump on them, like, you might be able to do something, right? That could be really cool, but...
Okay, so you guys stay behind, protect the ship in case something goes down, and I'm going to go try to get this guy out.
But what if Fang is a distraction? Like, he goes to talk to them. Meanwhile, you're the one stealthily sneaking around them.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. You guys could create a distraction on here so that the other Mandalorians come out here.
If I need a distraction, I can just calm you real quick.
Yeah, you guys have comlinks, yeah.
Like, we could do that. Like, right, I can go, and then when I say I need a distraction, like, you guys go somewhere away from the ship and cause I don't know, right? Something.
Well, can I roll to make some, like, smoke bombs?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it sounds like you'll have a moment here because Elowen's going to try to sneak anyway. Sure. Yeah. That makes sense.
To put him in position further away from us.
The question is, what skill is that? It's probably just chemist, right?
I think chemist.
I'd assume so. But we'll see if it has any direction for us as to what what the ob might be or whatever.
I don't think I can fork in anything though.
Might not be able to. We'll check.
So chemist seems to be more like substances for ingestion or application.
That's what I was wondering.
I'm
just curious what the skill would be.
Smoke bomb.
Oh, not like actual chemistry where you can.
Yeah, like make
Close
like
it.
be Walter White.
Yeah, the system has a lot of different skills for a lot of different fiddly technology things, so it's sometimes difficult to tell which is the right one. But I'm looking
You
at it
make
right now.
a mild poison.
Yeah, a poison would be an easy thing for you to make for sure. But if this will ever open up.
Or what if you did like
Skills.
pepper spray, smoke bomb?
Okay, so chemist tells us the manufacture of drugs.
Oh, you can be Walter White.
Calmatives, altering respiration, changing the circulation rate, dulling senses, affecting the immune system, expanding senses.
But can I make it airborne?
Right, yeah, something like that I think is definitely within the realm of possibility.
But then I might paralyze all of this.
It wouldn't be a smoke bomb, but you could definitely do, something like a paralyzing gas or something, I think.
We'll be able to see the direction of the wind because we want to throw it downwind. We want to throw it so it's not going to throw back.
If we fail to roll, then it comes back.
That's probably
what.
Right. That's probably what it is. Right. It's depending on how well you roll. Sure. But let's have you just make that. Right. Actually, throwing it over there will be a roll all of its own. But
okay, I'll use the force.
Right. Exactly. You can probably just do it.
Okay,
so I want to do.
I want to make. Am I able to say that I'm making it's not a device, but some sort of delivery apparatus, like
a canister that
okay, I don't have that can just be part of it.
Yeah, you have a workshop. You have materials for this stuff.
Okay,
so, yeah,
that holds an airborne gas, which will paralyze those in I don't know, 10-yard radius.
You might be right. I think there might be a role here to have, because you do basically need the equivalent of a smoke grenade apparatus, which I don't think would be in a chemist workshop per se. But Fang does have jury rigging, which might be helpful here if you want to jury rig together a smoke grenade casing or something like that. Does that sound like something Fang would try?
I could assist with it,
yeah. Because I think you can do it no matter what, but there's probably a role to see how well the jury rigging of the delivery system goes, right? So it's not that you won't be able to do it at all. It's just it might not be as effective as you would like. So yeah, let's have Fang start with a jury rigging test, I think, to see if we can get a smoke grenade thing going on here.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun. Let's see. The obs it gives us are repairs with incompatible parts, rerouting power, altering a device to behave as a similar piece of tech, cobbling together piecemeal gear out of scavenged parts. It's somewhere in the higher ranges. You tell me, Josh, what are you actually attempting to do? With what materials, right? I'll probably determine how difficult this is.
Because
you would have anything that would be in a chemist workshop, right? So if you can jury rig something out of that, or
I mean, probably really what he's just working out is consulting with Ryu and saying, okay, well, if we're making this a gas floaty device, essentially, can we just use some of his beakers with the cork stopper, and then when enough gas builds up, it pops off the cork or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Or when it smashes, then it does it as well. But it's probably just glass beakers and stuff.
That's pretty easy to do, because it's not as effective. It will be less controlled than an actual spraying out an aerosol can. But that's certainly a lot easier to attempt with the materials you have. So sure, yeah. Yep. Let's just do an op 3 on that. Op 2. We'll say op 2. I don't think that's super difficult with the materials we have.
Cool.
You just got to figure out pressure, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know if you want to try to get help from anybody, but
yeah, I'm just checking whether there's anything Ryu has that would help. But,
yep. The skills it does say for helping is circuitry, mechanic, and scavenging. Geralt has mechanic and scrap.
Yeah, we'll probably get him the help then.
You can enlist their aides. Yeah. They're probably not doing a whole lot right now, so you can just drag them along and try to.
So how many help would that be?
1 from Geralt, and then let's see what Scrap has. I think he has more. Hey, Scrap has a jury rigging of 6. He'll help. Do you want him to do this, or do you, or if you guess you have a call on?
I may as well help him. It'll be the same test for me either way. So
okay, perfect. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. So once you mention this, Scrap's like, oh yeah, like, that sounds awesome. Let's do it. And then he starts just taking it over himself, right? So then for him, that'll be 1 help from Geralt and then 1 help from you.
Yeah, 1 help from me. Yeah,
perfect. And then he can help himself with mechanic and circuitry. So there you go. That's a good roll there. He can probably actually come up with something more aerosol based.
Yeah.
I think he'll attempt kind of a middle ground between the two. We'll do op 3 for him. He'll attempt something a little bit more complicated. He rolled 7 successes on that. Yeah, I think he got smoke grenades. I think it's pretty much fine.
So now I have to roll chemistry.
Yep. So while they're putting this together, you're actually making the gas, right?
All right.
What do you want the gas to be able to do?
I want it to be able to kill. No. Paralyze those who breathe it in a 10-yard radius.
All right. That's an ob 5 chemist test.
Uh-oh.
You're trying to affect their immune systems.
Helps 0.
Or their nervous systems or whatever,
Artha.
It's probably the closest, though.
0. Base ob 5.
Yeah, do you have any forks?
Nope. I didn't even try to, but I could have forked in anatomy. Probably.
Yeah, you definitely could. You go ahead and roll again. You can
Okay.
You can try it again. Yeah.
Anatomy, because at first I thought I was
toxicology.
making smoke bombs too.
Toxicology too.
What about illness wise?
I don't think so. Like if you're trying to give them a disease, that's one thing.
Forcing an illness.
That doesn't sound like what you're doing.
You're not
trying to spread a pathogen.
You could do armor wise so it's like because you're trying to make it so that they
can go through their helmets.
Right. That it would actually go through their filtration system. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Dude, you're the man. Watch me still fail.
Josh is good at role playing games. It's true.
No,
close. Way closer though. Way closer. You got a 6.
You can do 1 or 2 fate.
You got 6 fate points.
You know what? I want it. Because I can use them at any time, right? I don't have to use them today. I want to roll fate.
True. Yeah. You want to spend 2 fate?
Yes.
Okay.
Remaining
so then you can do
1.
2 dice.
Dice 2.
There you go.
Let's go.
Only need a 1. All right. Cool. Yep. You have basically a paralyzing gas, so it won't knock them unconscious, I don't think, but it will kind of mess with their nervous system in such a way that they can't it'll basically force them to stand and drool or swoon or some other seal effect, basically, right?
Okay.
How long does it last?
I mean, not a super long time. You did just meet the obstacle, but it will do what you need it to do, right?
And long enough for us to escape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
It'll
Question:
be useful.
Is that a challenging or difficult test?
Based on the dice that you had on the reroll that you did there, it's just routine.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
so nothing. Okay.
Yep. When the choice before us in Burning Wheel is always get enough dice to succeed or risk failure and get a test for it. So
okay.
Yeah.
So if I hadn't, you don't get a test? Do you get a test if you fail?
You always get a test if you fail, except for a couple of different. There's a very few.
So if I had not forked anything, I would have got
You would have gotten that difficult test. Yep.
Okay, understood.
Yep.
Cool.
But I feel like you just want it to work this time. So
yeah. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So that's all ready to go. Elwyn, let's have you make a stealthy test to see how your sneaking is going. Then.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this could all be for nothing if I don't speak very well. Is this against their observation? Is that correct?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna like find their like most observant guy.
Of course you are.
And have him roll.
Does he get a penalty die for all the chaos going on?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just taking a look at what.
Maybe we can lower the odd by 1 of whatever he gets.
Man, they don't actually. I'm so far. I'm not finding a single one with observation, so this might go well for you. We'll check. Nope, still no. I even have a lot of different Mandalorian types around this place, and so far, yeah, none of them have observation. They don't have any traits for this, do they? I feel like at least one of them might have had like a trait that lets them use their. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Okay. The Mandalorian. There's one particular Mandalorian that is here that has the trait Paranoid Ear, which allows them to use perception instead of observation. So,
rude.
They don't have a super great perception though. So
he says as he's gonna roll like a ton of dice.
Yeah. 4 out of 5 successes.
You're up to 3.
Okay. Yeah. See, that was pretty good. Okay. Cool.
Right. So rolling stealthy.
Yeah. Could I fork in a criminal operation wise?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It's close, but not quite.
Interstellar outpost wise to know like where to go.
No, this is not an interstellar outpost.
Oh, come on.
Not in that sense. No.
I'm assuming I can't do streetwise because this is a street.
That's the one I'm wondering about. I feel like that's the closest. Yeah, you're in a city. I'll give you streetwise.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Do you have like inconspicuous?
No, I do not have inconspicuous, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that's probably the only one that I could do.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right, so rolling 5 dice against a 3. Not great odds.
Yeah, they'll give you a test though.
I mean, I need routines to upgrade it, so based off 3.
You got that one persona you could give up. Hey, didn't even need it.
Oh,
hey, it was routine. Nice. There you go.
I mean, mine is routine.
Mark that routine, and you still get it. All right, cool. So Elwyn is sneaking up.
Miss Snick a Snack.
Yeah, and I think part of it is like you're going up this way, and I think like you end up like climbing up on like some sort of like scaffolding or something, right? Like metal scaffolding that usually wouldn't be walked on like this, and you're kind of going around the side of the office, right? So you can be like peeking a window. So I think it is the map is kind of implying that it's raining, and I kind of like that. I like the idea that like it started to get like crazy, like weirdly stormy, and it's like a very gloomy invasion, chaotic invasion that's happening around you. So you're starting to climb up there and sneaky like. Jin, what are you doing in the meantime? You just kind of watching to make sure they don't come closer?
Yeah, I would be standing guard.
Cool.
Inconspicuously.
Right. I honestly think I think I would like you to roll that. Just it's not going to be against a super difficult test because it's just well, actually it might paranoid doesn't work on that one. So we'll just have I think this guy is going to roll a kind of untrained observation here.
Could I still roll in like a would contested like would soldier wise still work for this?
You can fork on soldier wise. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Inconspicuous, where are you? Yes. And then fork 1 fork, correct?
Yeah, and I think you can make the op 1 because they don't have the skills, so this is like half as good for them.
Can I help with my inconspicuous, or am I occupied with the other stuff?
I think you're occupied with the other stuff. I think this is like Jin is the only person outside, like making sure that they're not coming closer.
Obstacle of 1. Okay.
Yeah, op 1. Yep. So as long as you don't like get 0 successes, yeah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, so Jen, you're just kind of like waiting right outside the ship, just like keeping an eye on them in such a way that you're not making it obvious to them that you're here or that the ship is something to pay attention to at all. They seem pretty occupied with what they're scavenging, so yeah, they don't notice you. Everything's under control so far, right? So Chad and Josh, your characters you've gotten your materials ready, right? Like scrap finishes, like screwing in the canisters, and hands them over. I assume you're gonna wait until the opportune moment to throw them.
Yeah, and we'll probably like just slow deliver telekinesis it.
Right, just
So are these guys on the bottom left side of the hangar are the Mandalorians?
Yes, right over there.
Yeah.
And they know we're here.
They do not know you're here yet.
They didn't watch us land?
So I think it must be further away than it's implying here on the map.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say that the distance is bigger than you're thinking between these two spots. We could even maybe assume that this like goes on for a while up to the north of this map.
Okay.
There's probably like a longer, but yeah, there's enough chaos that they are not paying attention to what's going on here. So for now, nothing is going wrong. But yeah, so we'll follow Elwyn as she climbs up and peeks inside. So Elwyn, you here, let me.
I have no idea what I'm doing past this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm here.
Yep. Let's see. I'm just gonna double check.
Use the Force to find your friend.
Well, we have him. I found him. That's not the problem. The problem is now getting him out.
Like Prince Zuko style, easy to get in, not so good on getting out.
Yeah.
Do you have one of the bombs with you?
No, I didn't. You guys made them while I was like
sneaking away.
No. I basically took a comm link with me and said, like, if I need a distraction, I will let you know. Please help me.
Is there like adult size ventilation you can like open and go?
Yeah, so the first thing you see, Elwyn, is you climb up on the scaffolding. You're on the side of the building now, and you can peek in a window into this kind of like office area, and it's kind of like his shop, his apartment, the place. You know, he has various rooms up here.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to grab. You decide for me. Alyssa, I generated 3 different versions of the character as an AI art thing, and I ran out of time and hadn't actually prepared the token yet, and hadn't decided between the 3 options. Right. Should this guy be I have to make it right now. Should this guy be the 3 versions are kind of like slightly more attractive, kind of older dude.
You're really trying to push the romance on me, aren't you?
No. That was just the first. I didn't put in a lot of details on the AI thing when I generated it, and it kind of generated like a pretty suave looking like older dude. And I was like, let's try a couple different things. And I also did a kind of balding version of a kind of still thinner, and then I did a fat bald version. Is this guy like? Which end of the spectrum is this guy on? You tell me.
Fox or
right, or slob.
I was picturing probably the middle one. That's what I was picturing when I was thinking about
dad vibe.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me.
Balding, kind of lanky. Yeah.
What makes you think of?
Yep.
What's his name from Stranger Things?
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen that show.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Let me see if I can find where I put this image. Either way, you see him being pressed along. Like just you see him basically. You're peeking into one of the rooms. He's not in the room, but you can see just barely. He passes in the hall hallway as they're pushing him forward down the hall towards another room at the back. And you can see there's like a row of windows to your left as you're like walking along the scaffolding that you can keep following along. Just up to you whether or not you want to just like take your lightsaber and go in or keep sneaking along the edge. What do you want to attempt to do?
Well, I mean, I got to get in somehow. Is there another way to get in that I can see besides the window? Or, because I don't want to draw attention to myself, obviously, by just whipping out my lightsaber. But like, would that break my stealthy if I just did that?
What if you use the force to like knock something over for them to like turn their backs?
That would require the telekinesis skill, which I have a 1 in.
Very good, very good. So you should definitely do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously.
Could I make some kind of like observation? Would that? No, I wouldn't be observation. Was some kind of rule to like determine like the best way to get in?
Yeah, maybe. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just grabbing that guy's token. So we'll say he looks kind of like this. Bloop.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was picturing.
Cool. Yeah, he's like in a gray kind of mechanics jumpsuit, basically, and is being led along at pistol point, at blaster point, by some Mandalorians as they go through the hall here. So what you can see, Elowen, is there's like a window to your left. There are continue to be windows going down the wall. You could go back around to the actual main kind of balcony and then go in the door, but then you're risking just like being in line of sight for Mandalorians the Mandalorians on the outside to see you, right? And then anything beyond that, might be a roll. Just depends on what you are thinking of actually attempting. Because observation will let you find hidden things,
right?
But you like mostly just like characters. What are you trying to? You trying to find a secret entrance or like a ventilation shaft or something?
Kind of, yeah. Like, or some way for me to get in without being noticed is really the idea. But I don't know if that's just my stealthy roll carrying, like, or I don't.
Whatever you do, you're gonna be able to do it without being noticed. That's the main thing.
Okay.
It's just I think honestly the skill here might be something more like streetwise, right?
Okay.
The idea of like knowing about buildings in cities and possible ventilation, like the way that they work and stuff. Because Streetwise says the etiquette of the city streets. This skill helps characters navigate urban centers safely, allowing them to find places only a native would know. I think that's the vibe we're looking for, because this is like the skill you got from being your Jedi Sentinel, life path. So this is like you sneaking around, poking in places you shouldn't belong, like all that stuff. So I think that's the role here. Let's just make an Ob 3 Streetwise test for you to find another entrance that is better than hopping through the window or hopping through the door.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I can fork in here unless you see something. But
I think this is the point where you can fork in criminal operations wise. Not so much that this is a criminal operation, like the place is, but your actions are now, right? Certainly, that's what you're doing. You're burglaring the place.
Burglar, reverse kidnapping.
Yeah, exactly.
Reverse kidnapping. Okay.
What is scopes?
Scopes is like using like
like a sniper?
No. It's it helps with navigation.
Oh. Not helpful here.
No.
I just passed it. Used to calibrate sensors and interpret the data they gathers. So this is the scanner skill. So you can use it to record raw data, locate radiation and broadcast signatures, detect motion, measure an object's dimensions. Yeah.
They're not good for this.
No, because I don't have a scope.
Do you have that? That's the question. Do you have a scanner of any type?
Not in my equipment. No, I think it's just on the ship.
You have clothes and shoes. Yep.
I really have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just like on the ship.
I think so. Yeah.
Like assumption has been like,
you don't have any personal scanners.
Right.
I'm double checking Streetwise real quick to see if it has any other like suggested forks. Because one thing I was thinking is possibly observation.
Right, to like find like a hidden...
like as a fork, right?
Right, like as a hidden thing.
Let me just double check what. Man, this is annoying one. Why can't I just open it? Regular. Streetwise.
And further question, would my stealthy now count, since we're like now this is like a larger sequence, would that count as a link test? Potentially?
You know what? Okay, we'll say no observation, but I'll give you an advantage for the link test, because the idea that you can do this without having to worry about being spotted is something that's helping you find the right thing. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, and that's it. You said ob 3?
Yep. There you go.
Man.
Nice job. All green all the time.
Woo!
All right, cool. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you have an idea? We could do the classic ventilation shaft thing, but
man-sized ventilation shaft.
Yeah, exactly. For some unknown reason.
Maybe it's more like instead of, well, yeah, because I want to be able to walk around this. I want to basically be able to get into the building without worrying about being seen or spotted. So either I'm thinking like it's like a higher window that's just like a little smaller that I can just.
What if we say it's like a trapdoor on the roof, right?
Yeah,
so you find an access ladder,
right,
able to get up on top of the roof and get in through some like access hatch.
Yeah,
but just being really quiet.
And then I can sneak around in the building to get.
Yep.
Like follow them.
Yep. Cool. So I think they are up that way in the hallway, and you manage to find, and you kind of come down right here. So we see them, we get a shot from this room right here, right? And we're looking down the hall north, and we see them just pass along, like turn the corner down that hallway, and that's when we see Elwyn drop into the frame, and you like look around like they haven't seen me, and then you see their shadows, like they're ahead of you. But you see there's like servers and computers and stuff next to you over here.
So this is open right here.
Yeah, this is like an open archway. Yep.
And they're open. They're like right over here.
They just crossed. They just like turned the corner. Yeah.
Can I assume that this is where they're headed? This door right here.
No, they are headed this way down.
Oh, I
down
see.
The
they're
hallway
going
towards this door. Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay, so they're gonna head towards that way. Okay. I don't like the look of that.
Student closed.
Ominous red light. I know.
Yeah, ominous red light. I'm assuming and maybe one of the reasons why I was able to do this, right, was because I've been here before because I know this guy.
Yep.
So I probably know that that's where they're headed. I'm just trying to think if I have a skill or anything to like maybe jam the door or something so that way they can't go in there. I don't know.
You do have transmissions. What does that do?
Yeah, but I don't even know that I have any equipment that would like.
Don't you have a comlink? Didn't everybody get a comlink?
Yeah.
So you could, so transmissions you can use to move data between devices and transceivers via electrical currents, radio waves, or laser beams. So you can upload or download, you can transmit or intercept a radio broadcast, you can access data on a hardwired electrical network, you can beam data to a specific target, you can broadcast data through a hyperspace relay. So I guess it's more data, but technically you could try something like that. You might have to be creative with what you're trying to do, but
yeah. Well, and ultimately I want to get him away from them. So I'm almost wondering if and this would be a risk though, is that I wonder if like maybe they're just going to go lock him in there and then leave him and then I could go get him, but I don't know. Like I really
don't know yet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So like that's part of the issue that I'm having here is if they're just going to go and lock him in and then leave, I want that to happen because then I could probably just go get him. But if they're going to all go in there, then that's going to be a problem. Okay. I'm wondering because I don't necessarily want to like make a huge, like, especially if it's still quiet, I don't want to like just implore like the distraction method, because then like, like, okay, 2 of them will leave, but then I risk everybody else. So, I don't know, guys, help me. I'm struggling here. Should I let them just take him in the office, or?
Well, they might be able to lock it. Do you know if there's a lock on there?
Well, it looks like there is, but if they leave him alone, I could probably like, use like a skill to unlock it.
Then we don't necessarily know if
Or I could just take out my lightsaber and carve the door out.
Mm-hmm.
You could, but then they could like kill him while he's in there. I mean, I don't know.
Well, no. But if they leave him alone, though, that's the idea. Is that maybe there's
unless it does not know yet,
but I don't know
their plan is with
they're
it.
doing.
You can't use criminal observations wise to be like, do you look like the type that would like leave him alone, like a Bond villain, or I don't know.
Right, or like, because even if they just leave one, right, that increases my odds of being able to just like, kill him quickly.
I guess it doesn't seem a good idea to hold themselves up in there. That would only be if they felt like they were under attack, but they're not. They're the ones who are attacking. So there's a good chance that they might just leave him alone, or leave him alone with one guard.
Right. Well, that's my thought. So, what do you think, Josh?
There's a trait that I've been wanting to acquire, and may help us in this situation.
Right, 'cause you have alien stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I essentially, Fang wants to observe these other guys out there, who are just like apparently loitering at the moment, and try and like get a read on their intent. Like, do they seem like they're waiting around for these other guys to come back, or are they like getting ready to take this place over, or what do they seem to be doing? And so I would like to acquire the trait Manhunter, so that I can read intent with perception.
You do like your Manhunter.
I do like my Manhunter.
Yeah.
I didn't get to use it last time much, so I would love to use my Manhunter.
Sounds good to me. What is? I think it usually has built-in obs for that, right?
Yep. So it's an ob 3 because I'm trying to acquire the 3 trait point thing.
Go for it.
Yep.
Just burn through your otherness right away here.
Yeah, and I'm going to base that on Predator's vision. Would I get a bonus die for native of foreign world trying to read other people?
What does native of a foreign world even mean? What do you have in mind?
Because Gank don't have a home system. So they're always like living in other people's places.
Yep.
Excellent. That skills otherness. And 1 help. No Arthur, base obstacle 3.
Nice.
Cool.
There you go.
Success.
And I believe that does reduce my otherness because that's my second routine. So I'm down to 6 otherness.
Cool.
I do have that. And then let me just put that in my trait list. Die trait, Manhunter. And so with that, it's an ob 4 perception test to read their intent, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go for it. So we see Fang like go out next to Jin, right? And you're just like trying to gauge them.
Yeah, and we probably see like my helmet has some automatic zoom functions. I did some stuff with.
Yeah. We see the in helmet look like the
like looks like full on heads up display kind of Tony Man,
exactly.
Tony Stark, Iron Man kind of thing.
Tony Man,
yeah. Zooms and
Iron Stark,
kind of
yes, zoom enhance.
Yep. So perception. And I get 2 extra dice with it.
Of course you did this. And very clever, Josh. Very clever. He has like a bunch of extra dice to perception, so of course he gave himself this trait.
Yes. Cool. I'll submit that. Arthur dice. I won't add any of those. And base obstacle 4.
It'd be really funny if you
This
failed
is
this,
not
though.
as likely because I've got a big chunky helmet. So
Yeah.
But
nice,
just got it.
right on the money. Good job. Sweet, and a difficult test for your perception. That's impressive.
Yep.
Yeah. So intent. They are definitely looking for something. It's not just like we're raiding this guy's place. This is a strike team that has shown up to this base place specifically, right? Like it doesn't make a lot of sense that they would be here otherwise. Like they wouldn't spend a random amount of time, harassing one random shipwright in kind of like a dinky shipyard if they didn't have a particular purpose in mind. So yeah, they're looking for something specifically.
Yeah. Okay. So with my mental gank implanted cybernetic implant, I will send a message to Elwyn and say, look, they're here for some reason. They're looking for something. I don't know whether you want to get them out before they even get the chance to ask, or whether you want to listen in and find out what they want.
Do I?
I don't know. I'm not a mind reader.
Close though.
I try, but even I haven't perfected that yet.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Ooh,
yeah. So then they're
perception.
probably putting him in there so that way he can show them where whatever it is that they're looking for, right, is there, and then they may just kill him after that. So
Anything's possible.
Shoot. I don't think I can face 3 Mandalorians all by myself with my 3 and lightsabers. There's no way.
You have 3 and lightsaber? Oh no.
I know, that's what I mean. That's why I was like, I
remember
need
that.
someone with me.
Yeah.
Okay,
if you get a sneak attack, you might be able to do something, but
oh shoot.
you could also just say like, do the distraction now. Right?
I think I might, honestly,
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah, if I know that like they're not just gonna like shove him in there like as a prisoner kind of a thing, then yeah, I think she's gonna be like, then deploy the distraction.
Cool.
Yeah. We have go on the distraction plan.
Yeah, so who's gonna telekinesis? All of you? Still all 3 of you to stand there.
Probably.
Are we just launching these things? We're just
That's
like
what it sounded like.
Or yeah, either launching or like slowly like drifting it over in the air and then dropping it where they are.
Mhm.
One of the two.
Who has
So
the
is
best
our-
telekinesis?
Is our goal to like get over there to help Elwyn? What are we doing?
I think the idea was distraction, right? Make
That
it.
way, maybe like 2 of them
I'm-
will peel off or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm thinking we approach with diplomacy, so maybe even they get a chance to send a message to the leadership to maybe distract them out of there and just
Like come up like
incentivize
we're
them
gonna
essentially
fight
to
them
lock him
and then
in.
just throw the nerve agent at them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Who has the best telekinesis anyway?
The last time I saw it was Olivia, I think.
Oh, my telekinesis? It's a 5.
Oh yeah, that's definitely you then.
Nice. I have 2.
Yeah, so obviously like the others can help, but okay, so, yeah. So is it like are all 3 of you approaching? Is Ryu there as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good. So they 3 Jedi just like walk over to them, and what does like Jin have them in her like satchel or whatever for now? The like canisters.
Yeah, that or we've already got telekinesis going on, like floating them above. It's like
Right.
like
Probably don't want to be
far
that
enough above
obvious,
it, so
right?
it's not like obvious, but
Could I just stay near the ship, like behind some cargo, and just kind of like send it over there?
Yeah, I suppose you could like wait.
So I
Yeah,
don't want to
it's-
give my position, and I want to be close to the ship because I don't want to leave
Sure.
it completely.
Okay,
harmed.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we
So
do.
Jin is gonna like grenade launch it over there if you need it. But for now, yeah, it's Ryu and Fang walking over to the Mandalorians, like, hey, Zuko here.
That's totally like Anakin and Obi-Wan just walk up like
right, yeah, hello there. Yeah, so you guys walk up and you see one thing. Jin was not able to see as much as she wanted to, and so one of them actually does have a jetpack. This guy in the middle here, she wasn't able to see it, but the rest of them are indeed like they look like kind of generic Mandalorian soldiers. And then this is the kind of like, well, at least seems to be like a sergeant of some sort, right? And he's a jetpack on. But yeah, they kind of form up. And here, this guy like is out in front, the guy, the sergeant, and they kind of like get in, like they were like halfway through, like tearing through a bunch of boxes, a bunch of crates behind them, and they kind of like form up, grab their blasters, and the sergeant doesn't seem intimidated. The others are like, they seem a little trigger happy, right? They're like immediately like and this guy just kind of like gives the signal, like fist in the air, hold men, and then he says, "What do we have here? Couple of Jedi."
That's right. Greetings. I'm Ambassador Fang of the Jedi Order. We're looking for some repairs to our ships before we leave this place for you.
He says, "Ambassador, eh? Strange place to be for an ambassador, a war zone. Isn't that right, men?" And then he a couple of like nervous chuckles come from them. Is very obviously he's trying to get them to like think light of it, but they seem nervous.
Well, up until you fantastic gentlemen turned up, it wasn't one. What, 2 hours ago? Maybe a little longer, but you've kind of ruined my morning.
Yeah, my point is there's no time for ambassadors. No, there's no use for ambassadors today. So how about you go ahead and turn your pretty heads around and go right back to where you came from, and we'll forget we saw you.
I'm offended. Who are you to assume my appearance? I've got a really ugly mug.
I'm sure you do. Are we gonna make this a fight,
but
Jedi?
it's not as ugly as yours, so.
Oh,
I love that. Like Ryu just doesn't say anything, and then when he does, he's like, "Oh."
He does say that. He goes, "Oh."
The sergeant just kind of like shakes his head like he's not going to be baited by this, and he puts a hand towards like his blaster, but he's just like, "You make the first move, Jedi. It'll be the last one you ever do."
I mean,
how
it's
about
the practice of a Jedi to initiate the conflict.
Yeah,
I couldn't hear either of you say it.
Oh, go ahead.
It's not the practice of the Jedi to initiate conflict, so we won't be stabbing any of you today. However, we do have a form of a gift, maybe to smooth things over. Maybe you'll find yourselves more peaceable.
And Ryu says, "Now here's your chance to turn around and walk away."
Okay. Do you just want to like shoot the stuff, or are you trying to actually get them to?
I want them to try. I'm really suggesting that they leave.
Sure. Let's see if you have a skill to back that up. Do you have Ugly Truth?
I mean, I can lead the option as well.
That's true. Yeah. I don't even think you have anything to help with here. Yeah. The only social skill you have is etiquette, I think. Ryu.
Yeah. Bad etiquette.
What do you have, Fang?
I have oratory, persuasion, etiquette, soothing platitudes. Yeah, I have a few things.
I think this is maybe oratory, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Making a big deal out of the talking to the crowd here.
Yeah.
Mandalorians.
Gentlemen, they say in negotiations, you have to find common ground. Look, I wear this armor and this helmet to hide my ugly mug. Obviously, you do the same. It's my suggestion that you guys stand down and walk away.
Real quick, Josh, you have a good like. Do you have another trait or something that allows you to like use perception for observation or anything like that?
I don't, but I would love to acquire one, and I have one.
Okay, because I think there's something you could notice here that is being has been hidden from you so far.
Well, can I have a suggestion? Can I roll persuasion so that I can add it to being learned? Like, even though I know I'm going to fail, and then give Josh a chance to do what he's doing.
I think like probably
I have
the only
a call-on trait for persuasion. I'm never going to get to use it if I don't have the skill.
You do, but I do believe that like right now, Fang was kind of taking the lead on what's happening here, right? Like if it was Ryu by himself or Ryu talking the most, then that would make sense. But so first though, like let's have.
Well, I didn't really have a chance to talk.
Right. I think for now, let's have Fang go. You go ahead and see if you have that trait, and then we'll see if you notice this. If not, that'll change what happens next, right?
Yeah. So the one I want to get is Eye of the Hunter, which is another another 3. Can I get that help again on this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Would Manhunter assist with this or not? Is it like a observing Manhunter wise or observing? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
You help it. No Arthur dice again. Base obstacle 3. Cool.
Nice. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and that just allows me to use perception as observation for pretty much anything.
For pretty much, okay, that was my question, because I know paranoid ear like allows you to just do it for like stealthy characters, but you can do it for
basically any concealingness they talk about in this one.
That's good.
Yeah.
So let's have you make that roll here. I'll make the roll for them for what you're trying to notice. We'll set the ob for you. Let's see what we got. Not actually a whole lot going on for them. So, but they rolled really well. Okay, 4. Ob 4.
Cool. Yep. Alrighty. Can I get Chad to help me or?
Well, I don't know if it works because. Actually, I don't know how that rolling works because you are rolling perception, but it also is allowing you to use it as if it was.
It was.
What does this trait explicitly say? Eye of the Hunter.
Let's see.
Is that in the actual wording rule book?
Characters with the Eye of the Hunter count their perception exponent as observation for detecting stealthy, camouflage, or similarly concealed characters.
Yeah, that kind of can go both ways. Because it's not as clear cut as like sorcery, like practical magic proxying the skill. Which in that case, like you are using that skill for all intents and purposes, but this is like I'm just trying to decide if like Ryu not having that trait still allows him to help you with perception because it's not technically a skill that you're using. I think that's how we'll roll it. Yeah, so I think he can help you with perception. We'll go ahead and do that.
What's your perception, Chad?
Just 4.
4.
Okay, cool.
1 die there. So yeah, go ahead and roll that. Ob 4. Nice. Wow. So much green. Like you have not failed a single thing so far.
Wow, is this only our second session? How is that even possible?
I know, that's crazy. So Fang, you notice that while they've been talking to you, 2 Mandalorian like sharpshooters have been getting into position up on the arms of like the shipwright equipment up here. And you notice this just in time to do something before they take a shot.
Yeah. So did we make like multiple vials of this stuff or?
I think you did, but not enough to get like all of them. I think you were planning on this group particularly, right? Just because you only had a limited amount of time. You were trying to use every moment effectively. So you have enough to like affect 5 Mandalorians.
Okay. Yeah. Because I thought the intent was like it spread out over an area.
Yeah, like an area, but not an area. Like they're up here. It's like I don't think there's any way to get both
like
groups.
my intent was like if it's multiple vials, I could mentally communicate that to send multiple vials, and I could divert one with telekinesis to one of the arms.
Yeah, and you could do that. That's fine. Yeah.
There's probably going to leave like one sharpshooter or something still up.
Like I think it's definitely going to be. It's not the situation you planned these for, so it will be more difficult. Like it's much more likely that it will just like hit the ground and then roll off or something, right? Because it's like a big arm that are like standing on top of above everything else. But yeah, it's certainly something you can try.
Yeah. In that case, we'll probably do the. Well, I guess I can make our persuasion-y roll if we're wanting to do that, and then we'll do the what's his name? Telekinesis after that.
Yeah, so what would be your intent exactly here? Because like part of the conversation for me was them trying to stall so that their friends could get into to position here.
Yeah. I'm essentially, with this role, attempting to persuade them that it's better for them to essentially assist us in repairing our ship and then getting us off world rather than going through the rigmarole of trying to fight us.
All right. I feel like that's impossible. I think
yeah.
you could make an oratory roll, and the only effect that I could see having, if that was your intent, is that you might be able to shake the mooks over here to maybe hesitate at the beginning of the fight that's about to break out here. But that's probably the only thing you could probably accomplish with that sort of an oratory roll, is just to get them to hesitate, like to be like, oh yeah, like not so much like a we should help them, but like they're dangerous and look at this great offer that they're giving us, and maybe we should consider it, but the sergeant is going to order them to attack. And so it is a very, very short-term solution, if anything.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the intent as you've described it is impossible. They're not going to help you with your ship, but
yeah, in that case, I'm not sure that there is any.
Yeah, I don't think there's a role. I think if there's a role, it would be intimidation, and you don't have that. So
yeah, I could try and acquire it.
That's true. Yeah.
It is something I wanted to get because I want to end up with interrogation as well. But
yeah, because like the words you said could be made as an intimidation instead, and I think that's the only thing that could be effective in this situation is like the threat of a two Jedi, not so much that like we're friendly and you should help us. Yeah, up to you. You can try for it if you want. Otherwise, canisters ahoy.
Yeah. Let's leave that for later. Let's just go for the telekinesis now.
Yeah, so you can tell that your words aren't really having an effect. Like as soon as you notice that the scouts are up there, like the sharpshooters, that you can tell that the sergeant has just been baiting you this entire time, just like keep talking so that and so your words are having no effect, and you're just like, okay, well, shoot the canisters, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just mentally ping Olivia's Jenna and say, yep, let's send the payload.
Okay, drop the payload.
Yeah. Okay, so are you just telling her to send it normally, like
send it normally, and then like I'll with my contribution to the telekinesis, it'll be diverting one to like
got it
up there. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Is there anything I could fork in as well, such as I don't know, soldier-wise word, knowing about them, like knowing where their blind spot could possibly be.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay.
You've got force tremors wise, so that's been kind of a
okay. So force tremors wise, and then soldier wise, that's 2.
You probably had time to fork in meditation.
No, that's true. You've definitely had plenty of time to just like prepare yourself mentally for this. Yeah.
And then help from you thing, so that's 4.
And then a help from Ryu,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I think all of you are like helping do the telekinesis.
You and thing. Okay, so that's like 5.
Yeah, I think you're good.
5.
And let's just go ahead and roll it. Well, actually, you know what? Let's check the telekinesis obs.
Yeah, so like tiny objects of 1.
Mm-hmm. It's the precision that matters here.
Precision matters, unfortunately.
Let's see if it gives us any direction on that. Yeah, seizing a tiny creature, because like seizing it is different from like shooting it in a particular direction. Yeah, we'll add the like kind of moving ob to it. It's not fluid. I think it's ob 2 if you just want to get it to I think we'll set the ob as the base ob as 2. If you just get 2, then the payload just lands on the Mandalorians in front of you. You aren't able to divert it, Josh, up to the scouts. But if you get I don't know, maybe let's say a 4, then you can do both.
Okay. Then I'm still setting the obs to 2.
Yep.
And you'll have to spend at least 1 Either
That's
Fate
true.
or Persona, because it's a sorcerer skill.
Every time you use a force power, you have to spend some sort of Artha. It's usually the easiest is just to spend a fate point after the fact, whether or not you need to get more successes.
After the fact, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, press the button.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh!
Holy crap, you got so many sixes. That's what happened. You kept re-rolling sixes because it's automatically open-ended. All right, no failure today.
So you better re-roll that one die.
Yeah, hey, go ahead, spend my fate. We'll see if you get any more, right?
What do I do again?
I'll go back up to fate.
Yeah.
Man, 11 successes.
That's the fate.
That is wild.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, technically the remaining op is 0, so.
But I have to put 1, right?
No, you can actually
No,
technically
it doesn't-
put 2, but it doesn't matter.
Anyway.
It doesn't matter. Roll 1 dice and then put some.
Oh.
Yep, 12 successes. All right, so it is the perfect, most graceful arc that both of these have gone on, right? And they spin perfectly as you so we see one canister like fly over Fang's head, and it lands in right in between the Mandalorians and spins perfectly as the canister starts to release the gas, and so it just like spins out in a perfect vortex, and the gas just like gets whirls around them in such a way that they're like immediately affected by it. And then Fang, as the second one comes, Fang, we see you lift your hand, and it just like boop, like pings as if you're double jumping in a video game, right? And just boop, and then goes up to the arm and just gets nestled in one of the bits of machinery up there perfectly, so that they can't even like grab it and throw it down. Like it gets jammed down in a spot where they can't like get to it, and it's just spewing it right in their faces. And I think both are very well. What's the word? Neutralized. We see the Mandalorians all just like grab their faces, grab their helmets, like what is this? And then they like fall over. One scout like falls to the ground and starts spasming, and the other one just falls off the edge, right? Just like
Wilhelm scream.
yeah, we hear the Wilhelm scream as they fall off the edge. I
think if we see like an internal hedge, no, we wouldn't, because you don't do that with the ganks. But like you can clearly hear the glee, like bloodthirsty glee in Fang's voice.
laughing.
like he just like starts like almost skipping up to where the Mandalorians are and like starts taking the weapons and pulls out the zip ties. Like, good job, everyone.
For you too.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryu, did you come over and help as well? Well, you probably want to wait till the gas, like... I guess, yeah, actually, that's the thing. Fang, you probably don't want to run up to it either, because, like, if it's made to go through the helmets, you probably have to hold your breath or whatever, right?
Well, then are we going to kill them, or just...
Yeah, that's the question.
We can't kill them if they're not threats anymore.
I was more thinking the tying up and taking the weapons away kind of thing.
Yeah, but I'm curious if like, are you just like holding your breath and trying to do that quickly? Is that
I think so.
Fang?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could go restrain them or something.
Right.
Tie them
right.
up.
Yeah.
Send the droid to tie them up.
That's true.
We could do that. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we can assume that you're attempting to do that, and we can come back to you in a second here and see how well it's going. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Elowen, you get a ping from Fang, like distraction is a go, right? Like, what do you do? I guess honestly, we probably do see they get to the door, right? The Mandalorians get to this door here, and you hear Elowen, the guy in front, basically say, "All right, now open it." And then he says, I think I may have forgotten that. Okay, I'll do it. And he like starts to go. And then you hear like you can't hear what's being said, but you hear like in like their comms, like from their helmet. And like the two regular Crusaders right here start to like head off. Like he gives them a signal, and they go head off to see what's happening. Yeah, you probably like duck around a wall, right? So you aren't seen, and you see them go past, and they like go back out to to the front. But then the one Mandalorian leader is waiting as he punches in the number and the door slides open, and he says, "All right, now you're gonna show me exactly where it is." And he kicks him in the back, and the guy like stumbles into the room.
So he's facing away from where Eowyn could be coming from. So he's
Elwyn could sneak up behind him and try to like stab him at this point.
I
an
think
attack
that's-
of opportunity.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I don't know what else I would do at this point because like he's not just gonna leave.
But he is a threat. You have all the rights to kill him.
Yeah. So
You are in a war zone.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get a better opportunity. So I'm probably going to die because I suck at lightsabers. So that's okay. All right. I have a persona. I can, I'll be fine. Right? It'll be
I
fine.
don't want you
This
to
is fine.
die.
This will be okay.
What can you put in? What can we
I guess I'll die.
Guess I'll just die then. Is it okay?
All right, so you're gonna try to stab him. Coup de grace.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what else I would do, right?
Yes.
Like, I truly, like, at this point, this is the best I've done, right? As the other two guards are away, he's just with one Mandalorian. Am I a Jedi if I can't face one Mandalorian alone?
Sure. Yeah. We could say that.
I mean, if you've got a different idea, Caleb, I guess that would be fine.
I'm
but-
just, looking at this guy's character sheet. That's all.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, because he's the boss.
I know, he's like a big guy. But, I mean, it's not like I can just, like... Well, okay, hold on.
Did you throw in?
I
things?
feel like maybe Elwyn would be smart about this, right? So maybe she would.
Maybe if
Maybe if I can cause a different distraction, right? Where like maybe he like goes out of the door and then I can sneak in and close the door, maybe. But then he could just blast his way in. But
I wish there was a way you could like kick him in and pull the guy out and close the door.
right, and I'm just like, but then he's just gonna like gun blast the door, right? Like
But it's
I
a
don't.
blast door, so he probably can't.
Maybe, yeah. I guess he did need him to get in there, so
You couldn't just blast his way through.
I know.
You
Too
could
bad I don't
stabby-
have a 5 in telekinesis to just like pull him out and then run in. You've only got a 1.
You can stab yourself through the door, but he can't pew pew his way through the door.
What's the plan?
So you can use what is it? You have criminal operations. and you
I
can
know.
use
I'm really trying to feel like what my
and-
best.
and stealthy. So I wish there was a way that you could just sneak behind him and just be like kick. But
Because even if I did lightsaber, right, I feel like I don't even know what I'd be forking into that to like help me with it. I'd rather use my lightsaber as more of a last minute thing. I mean, what would that look? What kind of role would that be to like cause a separate distraction that would be big enough to even get him to like leave the room? I don't.
I don't think that's a possible role you can
Right.
make.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I just don't know that it's even possible to get him out of the room. Except by like force pulling him, which I'm worse at that than I am just a straight up lightsaber. So I might as well just stab him in the back while I have the advantage, right?
This is kind of like the thing you did as a Jedi Sentinel, right? Like
Right.
you're like an assassin, and
Right. So yeah, let's just send it. Let's go.
either that or
All
you
right.
lock him in the room.
Yeah, but I don't think I want to do that though. I want to get him out as soon as possible. Because now that I've used you guys as a distraction, I know that our time's limited.
You're
So
like, look over there. Where? I don't think that would work.
Your Honor.
Is that your honor?
Okay.
Cool.
so
Yeah.
what am I rolling here? Am I rolling just a lightsaber roll and then
You gotta
I think
throw
so.
some things. What about like criminal the what is it, the
criminal
operations wise, because she's being like
She's not-
shady right now?
Maybe you know what? I think actually it works because like assassination probably fits.
Does stealthy fit in this?
I will give you
stealthy.
like a link test advantage, basically. Yeah.
So I'd have to roll another stealthy check, or
No. I'm saying like your previous test
That's
counts for
different.
a die. Yeah.
Okay.
Does observation count for this too? Because she was kind of looking
No,
for the right.
he's not like hiding anything.
Yeah. So the thing is, this is going to be like a base ob 1, right? This is a standard test against, like, he's not rolling against you. It's just whether or not you can get enough and get through his armor enough to do something, right?
Right.
And then if you don't, he's going to turn on you, and then we have a fight.
And then assassinate me. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm used to assassinating people with like really weak armor, not Mandalorian armor.
Yeah, I mean just random like, criminal bosses and things, right?
Right. Okay. And there's nothing else in here that you see that can help me. Why can't I ever pronounce this?
Perplexing phenomena.
No, not that one.
No.
Proprioception.
Proprioception is for like stat tests, like to jump really high or go really fast.
I do
like
flip
speed.
As I go in.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
All right, here we go. Lightsaber test 2 for.
Now, could she use empathy for this?
To assassinate a guy in cold blood? Probably not.
It's to save somebody.
I know. We'll take a look.
Watch him get kicked.
So it is definitely not self-sacrifice, but it might be answer the call. When accomplishing the intent of a test would fulfill a need beyond your own. You may tap your empathy, allowing it to help the tested ability. I think that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just an extra die.
An extra one. Yeah, 1 die for you. Yep.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yep. Yeah, you're trying to protect this guy. He is threatening the dude, right? Like this isn't you like killing a guy in his bed. Like he is quite literally pointing a gun at someone else. So.
Right. Okay. So it's just a graduated test, just one.
Yeah, just ob 1, and then from there we can judge like where you hit and how much damage it does. And
you
roll Jedi Doctrine. Is it the same amount of dice though?
No, it is not open ended. So.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Go ahead and
right,
roll. Yeah.
Sorry, my computer's.
You're good. You're good.
Sorry.
Darn.
Well, no, not done. Turn 2 is not that good.
Oh,
that's true.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay! Better.
All right. So, here's the question. Help me, Josh. How does armor work again in this system?
So it reduces the wound threshold.
But what by you 1
could
pip.
do here, what you could do here is you could spend one extra success makes it a moderate wound. The next success makes it the best wound that it can be, and then with that 1 extra success, you can spend it to like move it to the arm or something.
Now, wait, I'm sorry. Did we say because this is a Jedi skill? Do I have to spend a fate?
No, because
lightsaber. Lightsaber is the only one that does not.
Oh, that doesn't do that. Okay, got it. Sorry.
Yep. So basically, Josh is saying it has an add of 1, which basically means you can spend 1 success 2 times.
You only need 2 extra successes to make it the best kind of wound.
The best kind of wound that you can do.
Yeah.
And then with that 1 extra success. With that 1 extra success, you could move the location, because normally it's just like the torso or wherever he chooses, like which is usually what people choose when they get aside. But you could like cut off his blaster arm, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Because the center torso has more armor. You actually get like an extra pip of reduction. Whereas if you're hitting the arm, one you could say, oh yeah, you're chopping it so that he's no longer holding onto the guy. But also it'll be slightly less reduction on damage.
It'll be easier to get through his armor. His armor, yeah.
You can't just decapitate him.
I know.
Yeah, if you had 5 successes, you could have moved it from the torso to the head, but with just 1 extra success.
Right now to.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can. Yep.
I got 5
sure.
fate.
Yeah, you got 5. Yeah. That makes sense.
So I might.
Yeah, if you want to just like try to cut off this guy's head, yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah. I'm just
not a bad idea.
Should I use 2 fate? And because I don't know how much.
Well, it's already open ended, so it's just the 1.
Yep.
Oh, right. Okay. So right, that's right. Okay. All right. Remaining up 1. Nice 1.
Oof.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah. So your best shot is probably to cut off his like blaster arm or something.
Yeah. Let's go with that. Right. That way he's less of a threat.
Mm-hmm. So then that would mean I believe we have these in the sheets there, so that you do a B10 wound.
but then minus whatever his armor is. And yeah, this guy is actually wearing Beskar. So it's not like a catch-all, like you don't do the hit.
Right.
But it does, basically what it means is the armor never gets damaged. So no matter how many times you hit the same spot, you won't ever break down the armor. It's just you might get a lucky hit where you get in the joint or something, right? And go
there's
through the armor.
seams at least, so she can cut along.
Exactly, yeah. So he has a 3 armor on the helmet. That's the level of armor. So that would be a B7 is the best you can do then, Josh, right? Is that how that works? I think you're muted.
Yes. Yep. That sounds right.
Perfect. Oof, which for you, that's a light wound for him. So again, you did the best you probably could have done. It's just that like narratively, he has Beskar on, right? Like you would be able to cut off his arm, but like he moves his arm at the last second. You just get the van brace, right? Like it doesn't quite work the way you wanted to. And you singe him a little bit, but it's just a light wound, and then he turns on you. So real quick,
he does need to make a steel test.
That's true. Yeah. He's undoubtedly going to succeed on this because he has like a bajillion traits for not failing steel test, but I will make the steel test. Let me double check here. But yeah, that's the nice thing about doing damage to people in Burning Whale is you can often get them to just hesitate, so you can just stab them again. Cool-headed gives him not pain. Okay, perfect. So he has stoic, yep, overall hesitation, and then conditioned. Okay, perfect. Oh my goodness. I forgot how many he had here. Okay. I don't think there's any. I guess probably getting stabbed with a lightsaber counts as an odd penalty for steel. I would assume so. I'll go ahead and increase it by 1. But he succeeds, yeah. He got a lot of 6s there. That was actually a good roll for him.
Yeah.
Yep, so he doesn't flinch, he just whips right around and is gonna attack you now. Okay, so we cut back over to the others on the ground. World. Yep. Cut back to the others on the ground. So you guys are trying to like tie them up as quickly as possible so that they're not a threat. While remaining out of the gas yourself and not breathing it in.
I feel like Jedi would be able to. Don't Jedi have that ability, like to not breathe for a lot longer than?
Well, I think there's a fort test here. And it's like just hold your breath. It's not going to be a super difficult fort test, but I'm pretty sure you can use proprioception if you need to on like a fort test to do that exact thing, right? To do Jedi breathing, holding, right? You're muted, Josh. You're trying to say that.
I have pretty good fort, so I honestly think that Fang did do that thing where he just like skipped up in.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that's what's happening here. I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, my first instinct is just to make it the Ob of the Chemist roll. But it probably doesn't need to be that high.
What was that, 5?
Yeah, that is a pretty high fort test.
Well, yeah, because they're Jedi.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what would help you. You have proprioception, so you can like help yourself do it better. I'm just trying to decide if the Ob of let's do the old standard of Ob 3. That's always a good one to default to.
Yep.
So yeah, both of you can go ahead and make a Ob 3 fort test, and we'll see how well you.
With 1 help, or is proprioception after?
Proprioception is after the fact.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so you can spend. Proprioception is not going to help you here. The one thing you can do, Chad, is you can spend 1 fate to reroll 1 failed dice.
Otherwise, what happens?
Good question. I feel like you wouldn't be dumb enough to like stay in it as soon as you breathe it, right? So
No.
I feel like probably what happens, Chad, is if you fail it, you breathe in a little bit of it and have to like to take a moment and just step out of the gas cloud, right?
Yeah, I don't want to run out of fate already. I mean, I have 4, but
so you're just gonna fail.
Yeah, I will take the fail.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can mark that difficult test though. So this does mean you have to like you kind of like have failed a steel test. You're taking a moment to like catch your breath and like step out of the cloud, but you don't like fall over and you're not. It's not dramatic like that. But yeah, obviously, Fang is fine, right? He's holding his breath and tying up people with glee. What did we do last time? We did like a jury rigging test to like tie them up with like So you can do that again if you like. That makes sense to me. I think we did all 3 on that as well. So
yeah.
Well, let's bump it to Ob 4 since there's like a bunch of them.
Okay. I only just succeeded last time. Let's see. Ob 4, so that is my thing. If he's having a little bit, I don't think I have any other helping skills for this. They don't have any political secrets that
no, political secrets are not relevant right now.
No, relevant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Well, I will just do that then. Jury rigging. With no forks. Can I get a fork from Robot Man, or when he's staying in the ship?
I think he's staying on the ship. Yeah, I think the assumption was don't risk the droid and in combat with Mandalorians.
Base obstacle of 4. Oop. I am going to use my nimble call on because
of course
it is jury rigging.
Yep.
So why not?
Makes sense.
I won't use the fade button for that yet.
Yeah.
Just roll 2d.
Greater than 4.
2d6. Greater than. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Didn't even need the fate. Cool. Yep. So you mark that difficult test on jury rigging, but Fang is totally fine, and it makes sense too. Like Fang is in armor. He has a really good fort. He's good at this sort of thing, and he just like methodically ties them up one by one. And by the time like the gas is dispersed, they'll still be probably very out of it, and tied up. Jin, are you doing anything in the meantime as you see this taking effect? There is the one guy, the scout up here, who will probably recover at some point and will not be tied up unless someone goes up and tries to secure him.
Where?
Up on the arm up here of like the machinery.
Oh, I see.
He's like a sharpshooter that was gonna
telekinese him down again.
That's true. You just try to yank him down, Olivia.
Oh gosh, my screen is tiny. I'm trying to see exactly where he's far. That will be difficult for me to like get to.
Yeah, if you want to stay by the ship and do it, then that would be pretty difficult. But you get closer.
I forgot I gave my guy a lightsaber of 6.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about your character is like you're this like peaceful scholar, but like if it actually came down to it, you could just take someone down with a lightsaber. Yeah.
Push comes to shove, you can. Yeah, that scout. That scout is going to be a problem. I feel like that would be really far to try and do telekinesis to. Well, you don't have to be super accurate if I'm just trying to yank him down. It doesn't necessarily matter where he falls.
Yeah. If you're not being precise about it.
Yeah, the other one was more precise. Oh, but I'd use like another fate, and then I'd only have 1 fate left. Better be to our advantage if we have him tied up. That way, that's one less enemy to worry about.
You could also just go up there, right? You just climb up the arm and go up to him. You are a Jedi.
Are all the how many of the dudes are tied up? Are all of them?
All of them.
5.
By the it's he's in the process of doing it while you're doing your action here. But Fang will tie all of them up over here.
Ship is safe for now. I could probably go and do it real quick and then head back.
Okay. Yeah.
Question: Are we? Is this guy on our ship still like knocked out and tied up as well?
Yes, the Mandalorian that you secured earlier, the Basilisk pilot, is secured on your ship. There's no danger of him getting out.
He's just cargo right now.
Yeah,
we should probably leave him here.
Yeah, that's true. You just dump
with
him
these
on.
guys.
You take care of him. Yeah.
Then that guy, like, doesn't he know too much?
What does he know?
I don't know if he knows a whole lot.
Did he listen to us? Did he hear us like say our names and things and our plan?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
okay.
kind of want to interrogate him later anyway.
Yeah, I think that's why you were keeping him around.
I think if we keep tying people up, are we gonna be obligated to bring all of them with us?
No. That's the one.
Yeah, Olivia, you can just go ahead and make a speed test. And we'll see how quickly you can get up there to secure that guy.
Where's the speed button?
It is in stats.
Here. Okay. I don't. Do I get any advantages? I mean, my character is athletic, I'd imagine.
So you have proprioception, I believe, right?
I should.
I think you do. We can check that.
I have proprioception, warding, and two-fisted fighting.
Perfect. Yeah. So basically, the way that works is if you fail and need to like spend some fate to like have your Jedi speed stuff kick in, then you can do so with that. Basically, and it's better to do. How many fate do you have left? Just the 2. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just the 2. I've been having fun using my Jedi skills.
Yep. So you won't have to spend one automatically if you just make the speed test. It'll just be if you need to kick in your Jedi speed.
Okay. Can I throw anything in though to help me out?
Probably not.
Okay. Usually in like speed and like perception, just usually you can't fork anything.
Oh, okay.
It's just a straight up test.
Well, okay. And then what's the obstacle?
Just make it a base out 1. This is just kind of determining how fast you get up there. There isn't like a particular op you need to beat. Yeah, okay. So not like super fast, but you're making good time climbing up there. I think you're probably almost there. You've almost gotten to the guy. And then the 2 crusaders that were in the building and came to check out what's happening show up. Right? And they're like, what the heck, right? And then they just start shooting. So let's I'm curious what the order of operations would be here. If they just like get a shot off, should I have you guys make steal tests? Or like an observation to see them coming? Let's do that. They're gonna do this untrained, but all right, your ob is 0.5 Fang to notice them coming.
Okay. Yep. Hang on.
So just set as ob 1, and
yep.
If you get 1 success, you'll notice them coming in time.
Perception as observation. Help and advantages, none. Arthur dice. Oh wait, hang on. Cancel. I do have help dice. I have to put them in manually here because I've got fancy helmet.
Yep.
My fancy helmet helps and also hinders me. Base off skill 1.
Yep, there you go. Cool. Yep. So you are aware of them in time. I think you can. This game doesn't do initiative in the same way, but you're aware that they're about to show up and start shooting. What would you do? What are you thinking to do? You're the one who notices them. You could call it to Jen. You could have someone else do something. You're like tying up the last guy as they show up.
Yeah, I'll probably like just ping Chad mentally and like get ready to deflect some blast bolts. And then
who's shooting at us?
A couple of Mandalorians
from the
those guys
appear across the bridge here. Yep.
Oh, I want to go fight them.
You just got like rush over there.
Well, Fang is blocking bolts.
Right now he is finishing.
I'm recommending us deflecting bolts together.
Yeah, we can do that, and then I want to attack them. But yeah, I'll roll. I'll do that. Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah. So the probably what's happening is they're shooting first, and then you can see how well you block.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and.
Can I be in a position to assist him blocking it?
Yeah, I think so. You notice him in time.
Okay, let's see. So just double checking if there's anything else they can add in here. Yeah, they got one fork. I guess they're helping each other. So there. Okay, this is your ob. Ob 4. Well, actually, I don't know how does warding and stuff work? Does he make a lightsaber test in response? Is that what happens?
Yeah, you make the lightsaber test as an opposed test.
Got it. Perfect.
Then you can use any excess successes to deflect it back at them.
Got it. Yes. Okay, I remember now. So yeah, Chad, your ob is 4 with lightsaber, and then you get help of 1 or 2 from Fang.
I'm sorry, looking at the wrong person. For lightsaber, I have 5, so it'll be 2 helps.
2 helps from that. And I don't know if you have any other forks there, Chad, but yeah, lightsaber, ob 4.
Hold on. Lightsaber.
And like 2. It's like raining too, so I like to think that like we just see like the sliding door opens and they come out and they're like, oh, and then have their blasters, they bring them up. Chad is on Ryu is on the other side of like the bridge, and he just like lightsaber goes on and then it just starts blocking the blasters.
You got it.
Nice.
Let's go.
You could have forked in meditation automatically because that's
true.
The default. But yeah.
Well, even better. We got it. So,
cool. So as it stands, I think you just block them, right? Like he can't like send them
they
back
don't go back. Okay.
Yeah, until he gets like more successes than that, right? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we just see you blocking them, and then are you just like slowly advancing on them as you block?
Yeah. That's what I would like to do.
Yeah. Right. There's just 2 Jedi.
Yep.
So Jin, what you see this happen as you get to the scout, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a steal test for the scout, just to see how well he's dealing with everything, and just see if there's a moment right before Jin is able to like tie him up, if he can try to do something, as he kind of like gets a hold of himself. They're tough Mandalorian types. Maybe it's maybe it's a fort test. I think that's what it is. We'll do a fort test to see if he manages to shake off the effects by the time they get up there. He's not a named NPC, so he has no fate. So he fails. So you see him still like freaking out about he's spasming on the machinery up here. And you manage to get to him. What do you do? Just kill him? You knock him off the edge? Do you try to tie him up with rope you don't have?
Yeah, I don't have any rope.
You're just gonna strike him down?
Yeah, my character does perceive like the Mandalorians as a threat.
Yep.
Oh man. Or it could be like Dobby and like seriously injured. They don't have this person isn't wearing Beskar.
Look. Historically, people who fall off ledges and stuff always come back. So really, you're just delaying the inevitable for this guy. But he's not going to be a problem now.
This guy has a jetpack on.
Oh, he does.
He does have a jetpack on.
Oh, then I guess I have to like try and. Can I use my lightsaber skills to destroy the jetpack, or just try and slice through him completely, make him half the man he used to be?
It sounds like you want to kill the Mandalorian. Is that what you'd like to do?
I guess I mean, like I know, like part of me is like quoting Anakin. This is not the Jedi way.
This is a different situation than the before. This is a guy kind of spasming on the ground, very helpless.
I know, but I can't tie him up. I mean, I could try and kick him. So,
yeah, that's true. You could try to knock him out, right? You could try to like kick him and knock him out.
Yeah, I could try and knock him out, but I would like to at least like destroy his ability to use his jetpack or steal it for myself.
Yeah, I think that's just to destroy his jetpack. I think that's easy enough. I don't even know if there's a roll there. Like he's kind of like rolling around spasming. I think it's easy enough to just like we see it, like slice through the jetpack and it falls off in a slack heap.
Try and knock him out then. So
sure. Yeah,
that way he can't fly to us, and then he can't get down easily either.
Yeah, let's have you make a untrained brawling test.
Oh no, I'm a lightsaber person. Should I just try and slice up his legs or something?
Sure, yeah, you could create another torso boy.
It's
Electing
tradition.
Lords of Hatred. Yeah, it
I
is.
feel like-
Well, it's
I don't know if
it'll
I
be
do
tradition if it
wrong.
happens again. But
Most people have like, I've got a bad feeling about this. We have.
cutting
Also
off people's
blood.
arms and
Also
legs with
blood.
lightsabers.
Well, I mean, because if I do a brawl, I don't have any skills, but I have lightsaber skills.
hmm
So, I mean,
This guy is also in armor. Like, to be fair, it's not going to be easy to knock this guy out.
so I may have to slice off his legs at the joints.
Sure, that I feel like that's almost worse than just killing him.
Oh.
Like he is an enemy. Like he's an enemy combatant. Like it's on the line, but it's not. I feel like cutting off his legs is worse.
But it's cauterized. It won't bleed.
Yes, but what he's gonna do? He's gonna die slowly. Then he's just gonna lay up here, and then maybe he'll get mercy killed by his Mandalorian friends because he can't fight anymore. Right?
Okay, bye.
I'm just saying. It feels to me like, from what I know of Jin's character, I feel like she would just kill him.
Yeah,
But
take no pleasure in it, but kill him.
right, exactly. It's not like you're happy about it, but you do what has to be done. The Jedi just don't understand,
Okay.
Cool. I feel like if he's spasming, he is not wearing Beskar. I think you're able to just kill him. I don't think there's like a roll here. There's nearly no challenge. So I believe that like what we see is we get the shot, like a long shot of the Chad and Josh's characters deflecting blaster bolts as they cross the bridge, and then we're zooming out, and then the focus changes on the shot, and we're now standing up there with Jenna, and we just see her like ignite her lightsaber and just like slice down, and the guy just like crumples. On that point, do you just like, are you gonna try to jump and join the fight, or do you stand there and watch?
The ship is not protected.
Yeah.
I need to go back to the ship.
Can I have a Kimothy and some
All right.
ice?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You can just head back to the ship and be like, yeah, they got it. They're taking care of it. Sounds good. Okay, let's cut back to Elowen and see how easily she dies here. How quickly that happens. Okay, so you are facing off against a Mandalorian.
Yep.
He is going to take out his vibro blade and try to kill you.
Cool.
So we'll go ahead and
Do you have any defense against this?
Nope.
we'll go
Besides
ahead
my
and roll
lightsaber,
here.
but
Yeah, and I think that's what's happening is like I believe we just like roll here's a good question. We could just like actually do a fight. You are just like facing off against this dude.
right, that's the idea.
I don't know. What do you guys want to do? We are reaching close to when we could end too. But it also is the second session, and a fight is a little bit of an involved thing.
I have a feeling he's gonna win it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I've never done the fighting mechanics, so I really have no clue how this goes. But
Yeah. I don't know if it would be super complicated because like I think you have the same length of weapon, so there's no like engagement roll there. And so we would just like script actions and then go. But I feel like it might be just easier, at least for now, to just roll with intent. Yeah, we're close to the end of the session. I don't think it's a good idea to start a fight now.
Here's my intent. I don't know if my intent is actually to kill him. I think my intent is to distract him long enough so what's his face can run.
Sure.
And then I will like fall back behind him, kind of a thing is the idea, right? So like I might have to fight him off for quite a while, but like the idea is that like I'm getting us out of the hall. Like I'm gonna try to like backtrack. Sure,
yeah. So like in terms of, are you trying to block or avoid? If those if we're actually using the fight actions, like which one of those would you be doing?
That's a good question. I mean, it'd probably be. I mean, realistically, it's probably a combination of both of those things.
Right. But I feel like it might be avoid because like you're probably just like trying to get out of the way, right?
Right. Like I'm probably because what I'm probably doing, right, in actuality, is like backing up.
Yep.
Right from the room, trying to bait him out.
Goad him on. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then like, yeah. So I think that's probably what it is, right? And
okay.
Then
so I think what's happening here is
block, but I'm mostly trying to weave my way backwards so that way he can get out and I can get us out of the building. So people might.
I feel like it still makes sense to do his sword play versus your lightsaber as the ob he's trying to beat.
Sure.
So yeah, let's just do that and we'll see how it goes. I'll figure out.
Not gonna go well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he has one. He has maybe not a whole lot else. Oh, you know what? He has 2 vibroblades because that's cool. He has 2 fisted fighting training, so
awesome.
Dang it!
I love that.
Take out two vibroblades.
If you can make
what
it
if she
outside,
does?
I'm sure my character would run to go get.
Well,
you.
yeah, and I think that's my goal, right? Is just to like make it outside where like the chaos is happening.
Yeah, because my
Wow, he did not roll well at all.
Stop.
Ooh, nice.
All right,
Kill him.
Ob 2.
Are you saying there's a chance?
I think there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Go for it. Ob
That's
2.
wild.
Yeah.
just make it outside.
He rolled 9 dice.
Wow, he sucks.
Well, no, he
Yeah,
rolled 7 dice
He still
Oh,
sucks.
7.
because it was a -1, not a +1 there.
Oh wait,
for
what's the minus?
the wound.
Oh, because of his light wound.
Your light wound. Yep. And they gave him.
Tis but a flesh wound. Tis but a
Mhm.
scratch. There you go.
Okay, but still, 7 dice is still. Oh, you know that's.
The possibility was yes that he could have got much higher, and given you guys have had really good luck, so it's you're bound to run into some bad luck here in a second.
I and watch. I'm still gonna only get like a 1
A 1, yeah. Mm-hmm.
on this. Okay,
But your goal is to kind of be slowly backing out and getting
Yeah,
out.
so your intent here, if you succeed, he does not hit you. That's like the thing that happens, right? You're not trying to kill him. You're just like frantically backing up. Yeah.
get out of here.
Cool.
Right. Okay.
Go for it.
I'm assuming there's nothing I can fork in. I'm assuming.
Probably not. You're rolling 3 dice against Ob 2, so it is pretty difficult for you.
I know. I can't fork in telekinesis to
Or proprioception.
I don't think so. Yeah.
or proprioception might make sense.
Proprioception is just for stats. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Okay.
there any?
If you're just purely avoiding, you could roll speed instead and then do proprioception.
Your speed is 6.
My speed is 6. I mean, I think that's how I described it, right? Was that I mostly was avoiding.
Let me double check something real quick.
I don't want to roll the wrong thing. So
yeah, the thing I'm wondering here is whether or not maybe you can help me with this, Josh, if you remember, whether or not she's able to do this without the double ob penalty for using a stat versus a skill.
Oh, right,
Let me
because that
double
might
check.
just be worse.
Good question.
Oh yeah, avoid is special. It never suffers a double obstacle penalty for being unskilled. That's how the fight rules describe it, and that's kind of what we're. I think you're fine. So yes, you can. That's probably the better bet. Is to just dodge, right?
Right, just roll my speed and just.
Yep.
Right.
And then if you get 4s or 5s, and need to spend fate to do the proprioception thing, you can do that.
I do that. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Okay, so no help or advantages.
I like that because that is definitely the way that Ellen would go about it.
Yeah, because I'm not very good with the lightsaber.
You're not very good with it. Yeah.
I could do it. I really could, but it's.
You don't want to risk it.
But I don't want to risk it. Right. My goal is to get out alive.
Like,
Ooh. Just barely. Man, it's a good thing that you didn't try your lightsaber because who knows?
kind of like the Kylo Ren where you like try and hit and then like he looks at you and you're just like, and then you like drag it back.
Yeah, so you're just like dodging, weaving, like not even really trying to hit him at all with the lightsaber. Like your lightsaber is swinging around, but you're not really ever going for anything. You're just kind of like backing up and dodging and ducking. And he like, yeah, we see him like slash the wall, right? Like, and you back out into the hallway, and he rushes after you and like does a double stab and like you kind of like roll down the hallway, and he like turns and faces you, and like he's definitely starting to like be baited by this. But the question is, I think there is a question of like the social aspect or some skill needs to be rolled here to see if he actually buys the bait or just goes back, right? Like, because it's eventually it's going to become obvious what you're doing.
Right.
So I feel like it's like a falsehood test or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else it could be. Do you have an idea?
I do have ugly truth. I don't know if I could goad him into like being like.
If you say something, yeah, like
yeah. Like I feel like she'd be like, "What? Can't kill a Jedi?"
yeah. Yeah, I think that counts.
Slice better than you, even though they don't exist. Does that work for ugly truth?
I'm fine with that. Yeah, we'll make it. It's gonna be a little more difficult. It's gonna be up 3.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's just a lot. It's just a lot more difficult. Yeah. But I mean, I could succeed at that versus a falsehood.
Yeah.
Okay.
And part of this is like you. There's an edge of falsehood to this because like you're barely holding your own at this point.
Right. Yeah.
You can throw in criminal observations because you've heard criminals say this kind of thing.
Oh, wait a second. Here, wait. I just remembered something. Technically, when you meet the obstacle, it's like a mark. If we're going by like the normal injury, the way that the injury rolls usually go and stuff, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because the idea is like if you meet the obstacle, you hit. If you get above the obstacle, then you get certain thresholds of damage. I want to stay with those rules. So if you'd like to spend, he'll probably just get like a mark on you, and it will be like whatever his lowest amount of damage is. So you could do that, or you could try to spend a fate or two.
I feel like I'd try to spend a fate to do that.
So the first thing you could do is just spend 1 fate to reroll 1 failed dice. And then let's double check proprioception. You might have to do it all at once. Let's see what it allows you to do. Proprioception. Raw physical stats. Yep. First fate point causes 6s. Yeah, it doesn't say otherwise. So the assumption is that you're spending these all at once. So you have 5s. So you can spend your choices are as if those were 6s, right? Your choice is to spend 1 fate to do the reroll of the failed dice, or actually, technically, you have to do it because the way it works, it says the first fate point causes 6s to explode as usual. The second fate point allows us 5s, then third is 4s. So technically, you do have to waste a fate point.
Right. So it doesn't really make sense to do that.
So you can always just spend 1 fate point to reroll 1 failed dice. But if you want to do the proprioception thing, you have to spend 2 fate points, and all it does is reroll the 2 5s.
I think I'm just going to go with 1.
Just the 1? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, essentially it ends up being 1 dice for 1 fate, 2 dice for 2 fate, and 3 dice for 3 fate.
3 dice for 3 fate. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Two
I don't like my odds here, but okay. All right.
There you go. Yep. So you're good. Yep. So he missed. And I think like he probably has fate, but I'll save him for now. He has at least 1 fate, but I don't think he'll spend it. So it happens as we described, and then go ahead and make your ugly truth test, and we'll see if you manage to bait him out into the hallway further. Ob 3.
Can you throw in criminal observations wise?
I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't think so. No.
Darn it.
I don't think so. I'm like, no, that's way too much.
That's a stretch.
I try.
Linguistics, because I'm speaking a language.
I know. Linguistics, because I'm taunting him in another language.
Clearly perplexing phenomena-wise. How on earth is he not killing you?
I mean, honestly, to be fair, I think it actually counts because your ugly truth specifically is what? Not able to kill a Jedi, right? Like, I will allow it.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
Thank
That's
you.
that's the fun one that is broad enough to like be relevant in a lot of different situations.
Thank you, benevolent.
Yep. You're
Caleb.
welcome.
Is he technically a dungeon master?
No, I don't.
GM, I think. Yeah.
GM,
Game
master.
master. Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I don't know if I can watch
Or
this.
galaxy master.
Yeah. There you go. Space master. Woo! All successes.
Nice.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
wild.
It's 3 6s too.
Wow.
That was a
I love
really good
it.
roll.
You're very good
That
at trash
was
talking.
wild.
Yeah. Yep. So he's totally going for it, right? Like just following you down the hallway, step at a time, right? Cool. Yeah. So what's his face? You know this guy's name to be Garm, by the way, Elwyn, the
Okay.
the shipwright guy. He's just like in the room,
Well,
like
he's alone now, so I would hope he'd get out of there.
yeah, he's trying to decide what that looks like though. Let's see.
Because I didn't like yell at him like get out because
I
like,
think
that
you
would've
see him
distracted
well, like if we're following him with a camera, he's like frantically looking around the room for something.
Right. I
What they were looking for, right?
Maybe. Yeah, so let's cut back out to the dockyard. So the two of you Jedi are
can't
trying
believe
to
I made that out.
that was
For
that was
now.
pretty
I
crazy.
mean,
Yeah.
this guy's still on my
You're
tail.
still
but
alive.
oh my god.
You're trying to close the distance here and stab these guys, right?
That's the plan.
That's the
Yep.
idea. Ryu and Fang.
Yep.
Cool. So let's have you go ahead and roll lightsaber. I think they're gonna do a similar thing to what Elwyn just did, is just try to dodge, try to get out of the way. Oh, you know what? They have brawling. Okay, they're gonna do that instead. So the idea here is they're trying to like hit the lightsabers out of your hands, kind of getting close, try to wrestle and like maybe drop the lightsaber, whatever they can do to like make the lightsaber ineffective at close range once you guys close the distance. So I'll go ahead and roll for them and we'll see how well they can pull that off. They can help each other, but that's about it. So your ob is 4. So I think Chad is rolling this because he has the highest lightsaber, and then Josh will help
probably.
him.
Yeah.
I get 2 helps,
2 helps from
Help
Fang.
me, yeah.
and then I can fork in meditation.
Yes.
Meditation, yeah. Do we want to try telekinesis this time, or?
Depends on how you describe what you're doing. Yeah, it does sound like you're closing in pretty tight, which might make telekinesis not as effective.
Yeah. You've got armor wise. That would probably
That's
help.
true. Armor wise will help. Yeah. Because like, are you just attempting to stab him? You're just trying to kill him as quickly as possible.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, we want to kill them.
Sweet.
They are a present danger.
Yep. All right, go for it. All 4.
Got them barely.
Nice. All right, so that as it stands, that's a mark, which won't unfortunately do a lot to them because they'd still have armor, right? Even if you have a lightsaber. If you would like to spend some, oh man, no 6s. Yeah, your one option is to, not that you'd be able to do that anyway.
So we both hit them basically, or just me?
Yeah,
or?
you do. You're both going to do a very minor wound to them, but it probably won't do enough to like actually have a mechanical effect. Likely, if you would like to spend a fate, you can only spend 1 to reroll 1 failed dice. The possibility of bumping it up to like a moderate wound as the base is a possibility.
What do you think, Josh?
How much fate you got?
4.
4? Okay. It's probably worth it to actually
Might get a
let's
sec.
do it.
So.
Yeah.
Remaining ob 1 or 0?
Yeah, just 1, or yeah, that's usually what I.
1
So-
dice.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Oh,
Sweet. So yeah, we can start at a moderate wound, which for you, Ryu, is probably similar to what Elwyn's was. 8.
B8.
Nice. Yeah, you got better damage than Alyssa here. So 8 to start with, and then they are Mandalorian Crusaders, and they have composite armor. So that'll put it down to a 5, which unfortunately is superficial wound. So you don't do light, you don't do like dice penalty, but they do get a +1 ob penalty to whatever they do next. So you're getting up close.
And
You're
they
kind of like
also have to do steel.
yes. Is it even for superficial?
Any wound you
Wounds?
take.
Okay. Let's figure out what they do there. Okay. Go ahead and do just a standard. Let me check their traits. Make sure they don't have anything. Okay, they just have a. Oh wait. Nice. They have 2 call-ons they could use here. Actually, we'll see if they need them. Okay, really close. That was a really good roll for them. Okay, they're gonna use one of their. Well, I guess they have to roll separately. I guess it's 2 different people doing this.
I don't know how you work 6s, because technically, depending on how you read it, they may not have any fails at all.
What do you mean? Because they got a 2 and a 2 and a 1, right?
Yeah, but some of those might have been successes from the 6s.
Oh
And
yeah. Okay,
it
so
doesn't
1,
count as a failed dice because
2,
it was
3,
a success.
4, 5, 6. I think I just always assume it's in a row. The first 6 dice are. That's always been my assumption. So they can use the 2s.
Yeah,
but
makes
not the
sense.
1. Yeah. I'm gonna do another roll for the other one though. There's 2 separate people making steel tests here. They're not really helping each other. So one of them is definitely, but they both have the same call on. So we'll see how it goes. This one didn't get any 6s. So okay, I'll just start with that first one. He's gonna go ahead and roll. He has conditioned as a call on. So he's gonna roll the 2 dice again. 1 success, so he's at 7, and he has 1 last call, and he has show no fear when confronted against impossible odds. I feel like going against 2 Jedi is considered around the same as that. So he's gonna roll 1 more time with 1 die, and if he meets the ob, then he'll be okay. Nope, just barely. But the same thing for the other guy. He gets 1, 2, 3 dice to work with, and he gets the 2 chances as well. So we'll go. I guess this is open ended because it's steel.
Yeah.
So that guy got up to 6 with the first, and then he was rolling 3 dice. So yeah, that 1 is still a fail. So he needs to get a 6 and then another success if to succeed on this, which he did not do. So they both are. They only hesitate for a little tiny bit, but it's enough that you guys get to just like attack them again, basically. What's your plan there? As they hesitate from because you're getting in close, you're like hitting them with your lightsaber. They probably like fly backwards onto the metal of the walkway here, and are like dazed for a second. What do you guys do?
I mean, I think for Chad, you can say what do you think, but I think for Fang, his gank blood is up, and he just goes bam, 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 and starts trying to whack him. It's like, yeah, he's seeing red at this point.
Same thing for you, Chad. You're just gonna stab.
Yeah, I just go for the kill shot.
Sweet.
But they don't. They're alive still, right?
They're alive still. They've taken a superficial wound. I think at this point, we'll have Ryu make that same roll again at Ob 1. And it's very likely you'll do enough damage to just take them out, but their armor might prevent them from dying instantly.
So what do I do?
I just do the same roll.
Again,
so
or just do
6 and 4. I think you can do the same forks basically. And then Ob 1 this time.
4 helps.
Yep. As long as you don't like get really low. Nice.
Oh,
yeah. So I think there's very little chance they won't be taken out by this. Let's see. The max you can do is 12. B9. I don't think they can. See, that's 3 for them. I guess they have a will of 3. Okay, yep, 3 takes them out then. So they are not dead, but you stab them through the armor at some weak point, and they are both like unconscious on the ground here. So you can finish them off easily enough if you'd like, but they are not quite dead. Either way, you've defeated them. So we see lightsabers flash, Fang sees red, and then the Mandalorians see yellow and blue as they go down.
And then I say, I guess Gang goes, Jin, you fine to take care of the ship?
Olivia?
Sorry, what did you say?
You got to
Fang says through the comlink to Jin, he says, Jin, you right to watch the ship?
Thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we probably like boot open the doors.
Yeah, right. Yeah, side by side, kick open the. Well, though to be honest, they're like sliding doors. So you just like slam your hand onto
so we wave our legs so that they open, and then
yeah, it doesn't look quite as cool, but yeah, it does open. Yeah, so you rush in.
How when we pretend to use the Force?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. We see Ryu and Fang rush into the office. And then I think Elwyn is obviously going to she's been baiting him backwards, so eventually all 3 of you can face him, right? I think we stay out with Jin for a moment. And Jin, the battle around you is getting pretty hectic at this point. You've made your way all the way down. The Mandalorians over here are like groaning, still like barely conscious and all tied up, so they can't really do anything. But the battle around you is getting really crazy. And at one point, a basilisk war droid that a Mandalorian is riding gets shot by some sort of like AA gun that's still functioning by the military in the city, the terrorist like police and stuff, the terrorist military, and runs headfirst into I think a big like some sort of like communications tower or something over here. To the northeast of your ship, and it starts to teeter.
Oh no!
What do you do?
I have to use the Force.
Yeah, do you just like rush over and just like try to? Because it has not falling quite yet. You can even try to stabilize it, right? Before it falls.
I have to go pull a Yoda. I mean, like, there's people in the ship.
So you rush over there, and your intent is to what? Are you going to try to like push it like down, like away from the ship so that it like crashes into the cityscape below? Or are you going to try to like just keep it upright somehow?
Hold and deflect. So like try and prevent it from falling on the ship. And then if not, like be able to just switch the trajectory. So if it does fall, it's going to avoid the ship.
Right. So maybe like you're pushing it at an angle to like the right of the ship, so that like if it teeters at all, it does teeter that way. Okay, cool.
Holding it would probably take too much, so probably at least like just
just trying to nudge it in the right way, as little effort as possible to get it where you need to go. Cool.
But it's huge. So.
It is very big. Yeah, it's very big. So this is going to be difficult. But you do have telekinesis. So what do you have in telekinesis?
I think I have like 5.
You were the best in it. Yeah, that's why you had the canisters. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so this is definitely, we'll say it's gigantic. So Ob 5. But it's not moving at great speed. So I think it's just base Ob 5, right? You have to get it to, you have to get a good handle on it and get it to go off into the direction you want. It will take a lot of effort. Like this is you, doing your Yoda moment. But it's not moving. It's just base Ob 5. You have anything you'd like to try to fork?
I have to say empathy because there's people in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can tap empathy. Let's check real quick with that. Okay, so the intent would fulfill a need beyond your own. You can help yourself with empathy, and I think you can also, well, when the task of a test is an act of sacrifice. I don't think there's a sacrifice here. So you can help yourself with empathy. You can get 1 die from empathy because the intent is like to help someone, but you're not like putting yourself in harm's way more than like normal or sacrificing something in a dramatic fashion to accomplish this. So, all right, cool. You can add 1 die from empathy, and then if you have like force tremors wise or
I
anything
do
like
have
that,
force tremors wise.
that's definitely obviously applicable.
And then I don't think I have enough time to meditate, huh? This is just like
that's the funny thing about meditation. Like in the regular game of Burning Wheel, it's definitely something that you have to like spend a long time doing. But like, if you can fork it into a lightsaber test, I don't see why you can't just like do auto fork for any force ability, because Jedi are always meditating, right? Like that's kind of like the whole like, entire thing. I don't know. What do you think, Josh? I don't know if it's exactly clear in the text.
Yeah, I could see it being more like the exhibiting the Jedi's mental control and like focus of their own, rather than something more involved. I think like when you're using it for rest and stuff, like it sometimes mentions, then makes more sense for it to be.
Let me look at telekinesis real quick and see if it has. Yeah, it doesn't have any like given forks for it. Okay. I'm gonna say yes. For now. You can fork in meditation. Whenever the Force theme plays, I believe we can probably fork in meditation, right?
So that's 3.
Nice. You're probably gonna need all those dice, all the dice you can get. So.
Yep. 3 extra dice. And then and then you said ob 5?
Ob 5, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's that's rough. Look, good thing it's open-ended though, so
and failure here does not mean like it topples on the ship and they all die immediately, right? Like there's going to be other steps beyond that, but
okay, if that's the case, I mean, like I have to like get on top of the ship and do it, and then that'd be like an extra empathy, and then we could all
sure, yeah, you could better leverage if you go in direct harm's way. No, like I think basically the idea is like if you fail this, it's going to start to topple on the ship, and then you'll have to figure out, you'll have to like comms the mechanic real quick and be like, get us out of here, like or something like that, right? You'll have to figure out something else to do.
All right, well,
go for it. All green all the time. Holy crap.
It starts flying again.
The basilisk war droid just like goes out and just flies away. No, I think like with 9 successes, I think you are able to stabilize it entirely, right? It does not totter even into the cityscape either, which would probably kill some random unnamed citizen below, right? But you've literally managed to stabilize it such, and I think what we see is like the basilisk droid has crashed kind of in a chink between 2 parts of the tower, and what you end up doing is that the Mandalorian's trying to like get out, like he's barely alive. He's trying to like get out of the wreckage of his basilisk droid, and the way you're stabilizing it, like it would like fall, like one piece would probably just like fall right off of it if you weren't stabilizing it. But instead, what happens is the top part falls kind of inward on the bottom part, and the basilisk war droid kind of like manages to wedge itself into the middle of the tower in such a way that like somehow the structural stability of it just like balances itself, and the Mandalorian just like gets crushed underneath that. As like he's trying to frantically get away, but then it slowly stops tottering and just stays there. Because like I think like the support beams like at the very bottom of it were starting to buckle, but they don't quite buckle, right? So like it manages to kind of right itself. You like breathe a sigh of relief, and you hear over the comms like the mechanic, whatever his name was, Garrel, say we see him looking out the viewport, like up at the tower. He's like, thanks. Just like very briefly, like looking up. Scrap says, I believe we almost died. Cool. And then I think we cut back into the hallway, and the other two of you Jedi reach.
Didn't she make it at least a little bit further?
She
down
did, yeah. I think she's in the middle of the hallway over here.
Okay.
When
They enter. It's like she's backing
enter.
into them almost.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So what's the plan here?
It's about time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
telling that to my companions. Like,
Yeah.
Took you long enough.
Do you guys rush in to help? Do you try to telekinesis the guy away? What's the plan?
Good question.
Mandalorian with 2 vibroblades, like barely almost decapitating Elwyn several times in a matter of seconds.
She's like running away.
She's like backing up slowly, dodging all of his blows. Oh, by the way, Elwyn, when you succeeded on your ugly truth, we heard him like growl, just like right in the just going forward and attacking more.
I'd say we just jump in and help kill him.
Yeah, suddenly
I think
3 Jedi surrounding him.
Uh-huh.
This is where you get your sample of Beskar.
Oh yeah.
Livy?
and I just go,
Yeah, I'm ultra motivated.
Look, he's practically made of Beskar.
and I think Elwyn will shout that back and go, Beskar tried to cut off the arm, didn't work.
And Ryu just nods and then runs up to you guys and starts with his lightsaber out to fight.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. Yeah, I think Ryu is the best at lightsaber, so I think he rolls and everybody else helps him.
How do I get it better? I have to not use helps.
Well, you have to get a difficult or challenging,
or help us.
Okay,
that's true. You could do it the other way around.
What's your what's the ob if I fight him or if
it really depends on what he rolls here. So I'll roll for him first, and we can see, because this is just like you're fighting. He's trying to kill you. You're trying to kill him. That's what's happening at this point, right? So I'll go ahead and roll for him, and we'll see how much he gets.
If it's like a 1, then Fang can do it.
Right? Yeah. Then it doesn't matter, right? So okay, let's see. Roll sword play.
I don't know if we're going to get the same luck with him only rolling 2 successes this time.
Oh.
Yeah.
5 and 4 6s.
Ouch.
All right, I'll do it.
Well, crap.
So wait, do I get 5 helps this time because Elwyn's there?
Just quickly though.
Yeah.
Chad, do you have any armor?
Do I? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't believe you
Let me
do.
see. Oops.
Maybe PTS, GS, and gear. Oh, maybe you didn't. Yeah, let's check this part of the sheet. Yeah, he does not.
Like, I have armor.
That's fair. Yeah, like if Fang is the one rolling, that means he's the one who gets. Well, I mean, to be fair, everyone gets hit. If I think that's how it works. Is all of you are going to take an equal wound.
Ugh.
I will give you a bonus die or 2 for like surrounding him and like outnumbering him though.
Okay, so Fang can kill him.
Well, I think it is the right move to have Chad make the roll. I don't think it matters one way or the other. All of you are taking the wound if you fail, right?
Well, I just want to I want to advance my lightsaber.
That's true. Yeah,
so
you can,
if I help
choose to do
him,
that.
that was why I was saying that.
Sure. That makes sense. That's fine.
What's your
honestly,
lightsaber, Fang?
I'd like to think that like. Yeah, it's fine. It's only 1 less than yours, so it's not that big of a deal. I do like that idea though. Like Ryu, like you've noticed that like Fang has seen red at this point, and so you're just like, yeah, go ahead, buddy. Fang charges forward, right?
Because he is right. That's already.
I think so, right? Right, Josh, are you still seeing red?
Definitely still seeing red. Yeah.
Okay,
nice.
then
Love it. That's a fun narrative reason.
All right, you do the roll.
All right, yeah, go for it. So that means you get an Ob 5 test, then, Chad.
Is that a difficult or challenging?
It's difficult for you. Yep. Yeah. So Fang, whenever you're ready, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 2 more dice for outnumbering.
Yeah, cool. So I'll do lightsaber. With 2 extra help from that. I'll do meditation. I think I will like try and like push him against the wall so that we can all get at him.
Sure. Yeah. Trying to pin him and then stab him.
Yeah. So I might if I can get telekinesis and maybe force tremors wise for that.
Yeah, this is like a larger battle now that's being abstracted, so that's fine.
Yep. Meditation, telekinesis. So that's 3. I think that's everything I can do. So then, I've got 2 from Chad. What's your lightsaber, Alyssa?
Just a 3, so just 1 die.
Just 1. Okay.
Yeah, just a 1 from me.
Okay. Yep. So 3 from me, 2 from Chad, 1 from Alyssa, and then 2 you said for
2 from outnumbered. Yep.
So total of 8 extra. Okay. So
yeah. If you get higher than him, he'll undoubtedly spend fate. But.
Oh, right. I forgot that it resets where its little prompt box is, so it just keeps jumping behind my zoom thing. So, yeah. I'm not going to put an Arthur dice into this, and I am going to put base obstacle as 5 currently.
Nice. All right, so you've got 2 over him. He's going to go ahead and spend his 1 fate as a named kind of important character, and roll 4 6s. Oh man, he didn't even. Okay, he has one last thing he can do. He's going to do his he has a aura of determination. So he only gets to reroll 2 more dice. But he's going to go ahead and reroll those to try to get some more dice here. Some more successes.
Distracted, so at least
so basically in his last moments of desperation or of determination to try to reroll.
With aura determination, it requires a great group effort. He is not a group.
I don't think it requires a group effort.
It's either a test in which many are helping this character, or a test taken by the group individually against the same.
Oh, it does specify it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
So it was very good that we did distract those other 2 guys away.
Yep.
Otherwise, it would have worked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And honestly, if I'd been smarter about it, I probably would have made a bigger deal about them leaving. But yeah, it's fine. All right, cool. I don't think there's anything else you can do then. He might not die though if you don't do enough damage. So, you only have 1 success over him, so you do a moderate, I think.
Yeah. I'm thinking about what to
MIDI
do.
Mark. That's what it is. And 4 6s, and he only rolled that 1.
Could I, with seeing this seeing red sort of thing?
Yeah.
Could I attempt to get a trait like a driven or something like that as a to reflect that?
So driven would have to be tied to a belief. Do you have a belief about
that would probably be my gut says to fight the Mandalorians, but it is forbidden.
Okay.
I'll escape Taris and appear to the Jedi Order.
Yeah. That's perfect. Yep.
In that case, I will go for otherness. I don't know that any of my other traits help this. Unless I think it's based on Child of a Bloodthirsty culture, but I don't know that any of the other ones really.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Really attuned to it. Okay. Help and advantages none. Arthur dice none. Base obstacle 2 for driven. Just barely.
Just barely. One of these days you'll fail that. All right, cool. Yeah. So you have a call on. You're gonna use it right now.
Yeah. Sweet. So what was it for my lightsaber? Of the first 13 dice.
13.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many is 13? In the first 5, there are 3.
I think it's only the bottom 3 that aren't originals.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so in that case, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice.
Nice. See if it does you any good.
Hang on. The remaining orb, 0 technically.
Mhm.
And then 7 dice, we said.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not 7, it's 6.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, 6. Dice, 6.
Wow.
Extra 2.
Well, it's enough to
So-
get a superb on his arm.
Yep.
Cool. What's a superb for you, Fang?
B12, I think.
B12. Very nice. All right. So 12, and then he has a Beskar. So it's 4 down, so a B8. So it's a midi for him. Let me double check his stats. Okay, he does not have any stat that's a 3 or lower. So he is still up. He will have to make a steel test now to
Just
Yep.
Do you remember which trait it is that allows you to use your skill instead of your
deadly precision
Power?
that Dellin has? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I can't remember what it is.
Well, it's not going to be as like helpful for you right now, at least.
Right now, it's just like increasing the base power by 1.
By
essentially.
1, okay. But you could increase it. As you increase lightsaber, it would get better.
Yeah. Let me just check what that is.
Yeah, I mean that definitely fits the gank.
Yeah. I just don't know.
I think
what
it's pretty
is.
pricey though.
Yeah, it probably is.
Like good. I mean, I would like to see you try it. That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
But deadly precision is 5. Not as high as I thought. Still high.
Deadly precision is 5. Okay.
That'd be a fun one to try for.
Let me just see if any of these would help.
Obviously, bloodthirsty is the
Bloodthirsty is the base. Probably.
We could use
Physique
driven.
would help. Yeah, driven would help. Strong physique would help.
Let me take a look at that.
Strong physique is just one that I picked to base things on for my alien trait.
Right. I'm gonna say no. Like I think it's not quite like because deadly precision is about not using your stats. It's your skill instead, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, driven certainly makes sense.
Driven. Yep. Cool. So that's skills. Otherness.
And if you had chosen nimble for lightsaber, that would have made sense. But
yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. Wrong button.
Good luck.
With...
What happens if you fail these again?
Oh, I think I just don't have it.
Okay.
There's no penalty for it.
I don't get to twist it into something else.
No. Base obstacle 5.
Ooh, there you go. Finally.
Yeah. I do not have
Finally. Someone failed a roll.
that.
let me
So it's
take
just
a look.
the base B12. Yeah.
I'm just curious real quick about what is the actual thing you're rolling here? Advantage, blah 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 blah. Strenuous double treats. I'm just curious about the place where it says like when you roll for this. Right, here we go. Physiology, call it dying trait. Yep. Obstacle. Yep. Where does it say that like when you fail, it's just nothing?
Well, it just doesn't specify.
It just doesn't specify anything. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was something when I was reading this earlier that like said if you fail it, twist it into something different. Because I believe there's something here. I'm not seeing it right now, but about like when you say something about like the alien race, it's true, even if you fail the roll.
So that's for societal struggle.
Oh yes. Yes. Okay, that's what I was remembering. All right. I understand now. All right, cool. So you do not have deadly precision, which thank goodness for that. That would have been too much. Cool. But go ahead and is that all then? You just
that's just
mini wound on the arm, and then he'll make a steel test. If he fails this, then it's probably an easy stab him 3 times, kill him, but we'll see how it goes. I don't think he gets any bonuses here. So we'll just go ahead and roll. Give him a penalty for being outnumbered. Wow, much more terrible of a roll. I think he does have a call on for this though. He has conditioned, so he can try to reroll here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just that last one. 1, 2, 4. Reroll 4. He could probably do this. He needs 3 with 4 dice. Yeah, there you go. He's very good at this. He has a 9 in steel, so he manages to keep his ground. And honestly, I think this is where we might end the episode on. I think we see him realize he's about to go down. Right? We see him take out a thermal detonator, and we'll go ahead and cut the episode right there. We can he'll try to set that off dramatically next time. We'll see if you guys can stop him or get out of the way or whatever. Unless you would like to resolve that right now, totally up to you guys. But I feel like that's a suitably dramatic place to call the session. Right?
Jesus, or strike through the roof, or strike raid the roof so like the rain can get in and like turn it off.
Well, it's not a piece of stick of dynamite.
Dang it!
it's not gonna.
Can we do that like stereotypical thing where Fang sees it and then like just clamps it between them and slams against the wall?
You want to grab it and then
just take the brunt of it.
Take the brunt of it.
Him and the Mandalorian take the brunt of it.
He's like, you hug him with the
hug him with the
sure. Are you expecting to be able to withstand that damage with your armor?
I'm willing to try.
Okay, sure.
To try something. Yeah,
we can do that.
What?
Does he have a persona? Can he live? Like,
he does have a persona. Yeah. If this goes really badly,
I think it's just a fun character moment. Like he's in the red, seeing red, and then he sees something. Oh, this could kill all my buddies, and he just goes boom, like dives on it instinctively.
Yeah, it all dies. And this is definitely empathy. Like both empathy hits. Right, you can do both of them at once. So you're helping with empathy, and you are self-sacrificing. So you get to tap the full dice of empathy as well.
Oh, sweet. I don't have empathy though, so I don't get into
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I forgot.
He does not have empathy.
Darn, he doesn't have empathy. If only. Yeah, this is definitely an empathy moment.
Is this like a fort test? Like, what is it? I don't even know what.
I think this is probably the thing that shows that why Fang doesn't ever struggle with the dark side. It's just like when it gets right down to it, the instinct for him is always boom, no, light side.
Yep. But not in a way that like it gives him special powers. He's just
no.
Cool. Yeah. I think it's just like this guy was planning on killing himself. Like he was just going to set it off and kill you all, right? He was going to kamikaze this. So I don't think I think it just goes off and it hits both of you, but not your friends, right? Like I think that's what happens.
Yep.
Right? It's just whether or not you can take the damage. So this is IMS. We just roll randomly on the die of fate to see how much damage it does. There's a possibility here of it doing gray shaded damage because it's a thermal detonator. We'll just go ahead and roll and see what happens. Die of fate. Oh, lucky. All right. That means it does a B6. So I think the way that like being shoved between two very armored bodies makes this not as bad as it could have been. And so yeah, B6 wound. The armor, I believe it's the same thing with armor. Like it just takes the pips down. I don't think there's any difference here. So that is a 2 for him. So nothing, a bruise. What is that for you?
For me.
A 1 for you. Okay, perfect. So,
yeah, we're doing torso armor, then it's 1.
And this is one of the reasons that I was asked if we wanted to resolve it, because if this had happened at the beginning of the next stage, it's like, oh, well, that was a nothing burger, right? And that's basically what it is, right? Like he tries to set the thermal detonator off, and the act of blocking it makes it not hurt anyone, because like Beskar versus like whatever cool clone trooper armor Fang has, like it does nothing, right? Just you're all scorched and stuff, right? But like you're just kind of little rattled. I think we do have you all make steel tests. Probably just you two make steel tests, because like a grenade did go off in front of you. So I'll go ahead and add I think a +1 ob to the normal thing for like it being like an explosion.
Yep. Hang on, give me just 1 second.
So what's the ob?
Yeah, I think all you should make it. This makes sense. It's still an explosion happening right next to you.
Is this just surprise for me, or is it pain?
It's not pain. You didn't get hit.
Cool.
Right. So I think it's just surprise / shock. Whatever.
One of the downsides of my armor is that it does give me an odd penalty to pain. So,
man, okay, yeah, he failed his steel test there.
So what's the ob?
It's just whatever your hesitation is +1.
It's whatever.
So you should
7?
be able to click through, and then it should be defaulted to your hesitation as the base ob.
A 7.
And then just click submit on that, and then put a 1 for the
do we get a feeling
additional
safe
ob.
with friends bonus, or
yes, I think all of you do. That's your +2, right?
Might be shell
a +1, I think, for steel.
I thought it was.
I think it's just +1, but I will check.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's 2.
That's why I'm so glad I have a book. 3.
Yeah, I have it too. Trying to forward to it. Do the wits, no steel.
Safe in a group of friends is +1.
These are all by something mundane. Yeah.
Right, so I'm rolling 9 dice against an 8.
Yeah, so you did get an extra die there, Chad, but it probably wouldn't have helped. So yeah, so base hesitation to say that where it is, and then you put a 1 in help and a 1 in additional complications.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll have to actually change the hesitation of, I think.
Me?
No, the hesitation stays the same. You can add a plus. There's a field at the end.
Conditional obs. Yeah.
Yeah, additional ob. You put 1. Yeah.
And not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad, but you still hesitate.
Oh.
So Fang is fine.
Fang's fine.
And then Jin is not there. So I don't know why I suggested that. Cool. So, yeah. I mean, everyone fails their steel test except for Fang. So you have control over the situation, my friend. Like, you're the only one who's not surprised by this, probably because you knew you were going to do this, right?
How many beats is he out for?
He is out for 3.
Okay, I think Fang removes his helmet and then stabs him.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just rip the helmet off and stab him through the face. And
give the helmet to Ryu so he has a Beskar helmet.
Yeah, we just see like the lightsaber goes through his eye and into the wall behind him, and then you like turn it off and he just slumps, right? And burned out eye, and he's dead. And I think that's probably a good place to end it. Just
I think like Elowen, like after she's done like just staring, after like seeing her friend just like basically
catch a grenade for her,
she just goes
slow clap. Yeah, Fang, how do you... I'm curious what we see like in the shot we get of your face. Well, I guess you're in the clone trooper armor, but still, like, what's the posture we get? Like, are you just like staring? Like
I think he's definitely like there's like a half hunched over like bestial look to him.
Yeah,
like, and he's clearly like breathing heavily.
Nice. Yeah, and then
he just like switches off the lightsaber.
And then I think Elowen's gonna like come up to him, put a hand on your shoulder, and go, "Garm, we gotta go."
Right. I mean, we can certainly like try to go grab him, and if you guys want to make sure that like by the end of the session you guys have gone in the ship and gotten away from this place, that's also fine.
Well, don't we need to repair it?
I think we still have to make a repair.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. No, let's just stop there. We hear Elwyn say that, and we can figure out what they were looking for. We can repair your ship, and we can go from there.
We can't fly to somewhere more secluded.
Well,
this is the place.
Supplies.
This is the place where it has all the fabrication equipment that you need to repair the ship. So
yeah.
Hopefully we can repair quickly before more of them show up.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be the trick next time.
Is our fate refresh?
Well,
you might get more, right, based on what you did this session. So, Chad, what do we see from Ryu in that last moment there after he stabbed him through the eye and then lets him go?
Wait, that guy is not dead?
He is. So, Josh described he's the only one. Josh is the only one who didn't hesitate there in that moment. And so when the Mandalorian was hesitating, Fang ripped his helmet off and then stabbed him through the eye with his lightsaber and killed him.
Oh, how do I react to that?
I'm just curious, like when we pan around and see the two of you like watching what Fang just did, is Ryu shocked? Is he like nodding, like yeah?
I think Ryu would go. I think Ryu would actually go make sure the guy was dead.
Yeah.
Because if he's alive, he wants to help him.
He is very dead. Right, just stabbed through the eye into the brain.
He still goes to check.
Yep.
He still goes to check because this is Star Wars.
True. Yeah, so we see you just like Ryu like looking over him and just like, yeah, he's very dead. And Alyssa, so your character shouted like, Gorm, we gotta go. And I think the very last shot we get of the episode, but to give us a little bit of a cliffhanger, is we cut back to him and we see him. He's opened up a big crate that he had like stuffed in like a secret compartment in his wall. He's like dragged it out and he opens it up with like a little pin that he puts in, and it's full of like raw Beskar. Just like sitting there, and he's looking. He's like, in a minute, I got to figure out how to move this, and then we cut there. Go.
Oh man!
Wow.
There you go. That's red and tooth and claw.
Episode.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and give out some Artha and stuff. We'll see how it goes. See how you did. All right, Ryu. Let's go through your bits. See if you got any Artha.
Yeah, I'm reopening. I accidentally closed roll 20. When Ryu goes to make sure he's dead, wait, so is his helmet the best card that I want? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what we're saying?
He is wearing a suit of Beskar. But you didn't see this yet, but the guy that you came to save also has a crate of Beskar in the back room.
Oh, but I don't know that.
You don't know that yet.
Well, I would say that since I don't know that, I probably pick off a piece of that guy's armor to take with us. Like,
yeah, I mean, the helmet is off, so you can just grab that. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll take the helmet back.
Yep.
For sure. Sense. Just to say that happened.
Yep.
My first belief, I didn't really do that explicitly, so.
Yeah, you didn't have a chance to talk. There will be a little bit more conversation next time for sure, where you guys are just going to be like repairing the ship. So there'll definitely be a chance for something besides combat to happen. So,
nor the second one.
Yep.
I mean, could I argue that me wanting to kill all the Mandalorians it was because I didn't want them to find my research on the ship?
It's certainly it's certainly belief 3. I don't know. Belief 2 came up.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely protected your research.
Well, that's
and
secret from the Jedi. Yeah, so that's different.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think you've gotten just a fate point for belief 3. Right, you're working on it. You haven't gotten off Terrace yet.
And then my instincts, I didn't work on the first one.
I'll give you a fate point for instinct 3. If I find myself in a bad situation, I will use science to find a solution. Not that I got you into trouble, but it was fun to see Ryu like push the story along by being like, yeah, I have chemist, I can do nerve gas.
Yeah.
So fate point there. But I don't think your other traits came up. So
Hey, I went to see if he was dead or not so I could offer aid.
Yeah, but he was just dead, and there's nothing else you could do, right? So
I tried.
Mm-hmm. Technically, there are still 2 Mandalorians that are still. I mean, there's actually plenty of Mandalorians out that are alive out back where you came from in the dockyard. So you got to figure out what to do with them, and some of them are dying. So,
Uh-oh, we're gonna run out of med kits.
Yep. Hey, you're the one who decided to write even my enemies in that instinct. So yeah. All right, cool. So I think that's it. Just the 2 fate for you this time, Chad. Unless I guess there are extra Eartha things. Let's see. I don't think there's a humor thing with Ryu this time. We already gave you a fate point for the whole like gas thing, so no real right skill, right time really. But I don't think any persona for embodiment or anything either. So all right, cool. Elwyn, it's to yours.
I did not work on making a new ally. I don't think so.
I mean, to be fair, you failed the circles test, and this is part of actually making him your ally, right? Properly.
Saving him.
So you
But
can take a
I feel
fate point.
is that not just a 2-for-1 for I must save the ship, right?
Oh, that's true. You have an explicit belief about it. Yeah, that's fine.
what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean. So it's like
yeah. Just for one of them. Yeah,
I don't think
they aren't separate enough.
Yeah. We must escape terrorists and inform the Jedi Order of the attack, and I must shave the shipwright from the Mandalorians in order to secure his aid.
I think you got a fate point for belief 2, but a persona for belief 3. Right?
Okay.
He is saved from the Mandalorians who were the point of the belief, right? There may be more Mandalorians that come, but like you did the thing you meant to do.
Yeah. Okay. Instincts always tell the truth, always know where my ship is located, and if I think someone is suspicious, I will trail them. I don't think any of those got me in trouble. If I had failed my ugly truth test, that certainly would have gotten me in trouble.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't fail it though. So
yeah, I don't think anything for your traits either. They're mostly helpful for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Humorous moments though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Let's take a look at the extra stuff. I do believe that you definitely get humor. Like Elwyn having to you have to fight you can't even fight a Jedi, and then frantically backing up. Yeah. You take a fate point for that. Right skill. I'm gonna give you right skill, right time for stealthy. Right. That you're the only person who has that, and you were able to get in there and find out what was happening with him, right? Like in a way that no one else was able to do. And yet streetwise too, to find a secret entrance into there. So, but I don't think your kind of role playing moment was humor, not embodiment. So I think that's it for you for now. All right, cool. Jin.
I didn't do much.
Well, you got to make this shipwright your Padawan, obviously.
Jedi Order's losing its way. I want to find a Padawan. I didn't do that. The warlords of Mandalore are a threat to the Republic. I mean,
you're still working on escaping terrorists. Yep.
Still working on escaping terrorists.
Fate point there.
Some Mandalorians did die.
Yep. No work on the lightsabers yet. I'll need to try to make sure to give you a chance to do that. Soon. I want to give you a fate point for Instinct 1. If someone is in danger, I will protect them even at my own expense. Not that you got you into trouble, but just being able to see the moment with Jin, the entire episode, you were like, I need to stay at the ship so that that nothing happens to the innocent people inside. And if you had not done that, a tower would have fallen on them, right? So we'll take a fate point there. I do like that you technically fulfilled always keep others at a distance. You just stayed by the ship the entire time and everyone else was away from you, but that's not really the thrust of the instinct. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's probably it. I don't know if the other traits came up.
I think so either.
No humor for Jin, but I think I'm wondering about that moment with the Mandalorian you killed, whether or not that was anything, embodiment or mold breaker or anything. You did struggle with it for a bit there, but I don't know if it was quite enough to count for one of those. Like if you had, yeah, I feel like there was like an extra piece there that needed to be seen, like playing out the inner turmoil. Mostly it was like out of character conversation, just being like, do I kill this guy? Do I not kill this guy? But that's something leaning towards that sort of reward where you're like, what is Jyn willing to do and how does she view the Jedi Order? And those sorts of things are fun to see. So, Fang.
I think I definitely helped.
You assisted the other members of the Order, yeah.
Assisted the members of the Order.
I think the idea there is that's like a fate point, right? Because you have to build the foundation is the persona, right?
Yeah, that's one's meant to be more longer term and get me fate so that I can actually propriocept my health.
Right, yeah. Weren't able to interrogate the prisoner yet.
No.
But no, yeah, that came up in another thing. I was looking at the must be able to control my natural gank aggression, but that came up in other ways on your sheet.
Yeah, I've acquired many more prisoners. I haven't interrogated any of them yet. And I think I am still in the process of escaping Taris and appealing to the Jedi.
Fate point for sure. Let's see. I'll give you a fate point for always ease the suffering or danger of innocence. You literally leaped on a grenade, so. And honestly, you know what? I probably should have given you a twinge in the head when I forgot you had that instinct. Yeah. I probably should. Like it ended up working out both times. But like I technically should have maybe given you a twinge when the sharpshooters were going to kill you and when the grenade was going to be pulled out. It ended up working out like it would have anyway. But I'll have to remember that for next time.
Yeah. I did call the guy ugly, but I don't think it was enough to get instinct one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I haven't questioned people's motives yet.
Yep. It always feels cheap to give you anything for the traits you came up with on the fly using otherness.
Yeah. The only thing I could see is maybe like child from bloodthirsty culture, just because it was.
Yes. I wanted to give you a fate point for something with those traits. For bloodthirsty and stuff. Yeah, we'll give you that one. And then I definitely think you. I'll give you humor for the conversation with Mandalorian. All right. I will give you right skill, right time for jury rigging again, being able to tie up all the Mandalorians. And then honestly, I do think I think you get both embodiment and mold breaker. Right? Like, are we in agreement? The guys
I'm in agreement.
Fang went hard today.
He just like took the grenade, the thermal detonator. I was like,
not only that, but like we had multiple moments where like Fang was like not quite attacking yet, and then as soon as he got into the battle, then we slowly got an escalation of the bloodlust, and then we had the moment where like he immediately like let it go, and it was all really cool. So I definitely think we get both.
It's just like seeing red totally went away, and he's just like, whoop.
Yep. Love it.
I saw a different kind of red, aka the little light blinking on the thermal.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. All right, cool. Let me double check the NPC thing where you hand out Arthur for them. Okay, so the first thing we do is nominate 3 NPCs. Probably the ones that matter are the Mandalorian Marshal that you fought.
Scrap.
Because he helped build the thing.
Yeah, Scrap for sure. And probably Garm.
Yeah, that guy, because he found Beskar that we don't know about yet.
Yep. Because like Geralt didn't do anything. The mechanic was just kind of helping. So Fate. Did the NPC engage in a versus test with the player character, or by their actions or machinations set an obstacle that a player had to engage? I would say I'm gonna. If you're fine with it, I think we're giving one to the Marshal if he was still alive. That doesn't matter. but also Garm. You'll find this out next time, but like him having the Beskar in the first place is what made all of this wrong. So and that's going to complicate your lives even more. So I think we give him a fate point for that, if that makes sense to you guys.
Sure.
Cool. He has 2 now. Persona, did the character strike a blow against any of the player characters? Yeah, the only people that matter are like Garmin and Scrap, and I don't think either of them did this. Did the NPC earn a narrative victory? I think Scrap got that. Though to be fair, when droids get Artha, they just goes to their master, so I guess that goes to Geralt. He gets another persona. Because right, he's the one who set up the casings and stuff. So, sorry. I guess the description is: did they accomplish something that has no apparent mechanical benefit, but forces the player characters to reevaluate their strategy or plan of action for future sessions? That is not what happened. He just made casings. And then embodiment. But I don't think anyone got embodiment. Player felt like an NPC's actions forced them to make difficult decisions. I don't know. Did Garm get?
I like you could probably give it to whatever his name, Garm.
Garm, yeah.
Just his choices did make Alyssa have to choose whether to sneak in and risk herself at great personal expense.
Yeah, I'll give one. I want him to be a fun character, so yeah, makes sense to me.
The guy who's dead now technically did too.
I know, yeah. I started thinking about him, and then I was like, oh wait, he's dead, so this doesn't matter. We still have that because like we gave the other guy, the other Mandalorian, Artha, because he was still alive and would be important later. So, okay, so let's go ahead and look at empathy then. We'll start from the top. Let's see who did the. This doesn't matter for.
Could we give something to that sergeant guy that we?
Oh, that's true. He's a character.
We replaced sergeant guy, and
yeah. What did he accomplish in that?
I mean, he sassed us a lot.
That's true. We can just give him humor. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll get him. I'll write that down somewhere. 1 fate to Mando Sergeant. I don't have a individual character sheet for him yet. So, okay. So, obviously Fang can't get any empathy, even though he would have in that moment. But we'll double check the rest of you. So let's see. What's the most dramatic thing that happened with the 3 of you? Fusing, blah 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 blah. Making amends. Nope. Painted debt. Resolving an issue. Providing aid. Skin your neck. Mediating.
Does Garm really deserve it? Because
that's true. Yeah. Sticking your neck out for someone who doesn't deserve it. I definitely believe that Elowin got that. Certainly. So that's an ob 4 for empathy.
Okay, so where am I rolling that?
You don't have to roll it. It's like advancement is what we're looking at. So for you have that's a challenging test for empathy for you. On your attribute. Where your attributes there, empathy. Next to circles and resources. And stats and skills over here. So health, steel, circles, resources, empathy.
Oh, there, right. So that's
challenging.
Okay.
Yep. Did the rest of you stick your neck out in the same? I feel like Elowin is the one who really stuck her neck out in the like explicit way. Let's see. Acting instinct. Another person. I'm just double checking these. Sweating some protecting son. Yeah, we'll give Olivia. Where's Jin's character sheet? I think you got an ob 2 empathy for protecting someone from physical harm.
Yay.
Oh, you don't need ob 2. Let's see if there's a bigger version of that would matter.
Who'd she protect?
The entire ship and the mechanic who with the tower about to crash on it. Yeah, I don't think it wasn't that dramatic in terms of empathy stuff. Like you didn't need to sacrifice anything in particular to do it. You were just really skilled at telekinesis.
Yeah, but
right?
what about Ob 4? She protected the Mandalorian in our ship who doesn't deserve it.
That's fair. I don't know if that. I don't think that's the reason she did it though. Right? Like it wasn't.
She did specifically say there are people on the ship.
Yeah,
and
but like
he's the
I feel
only
like
person.
I feel like she would get that one if the Mandalorian was the only one in the ship, and you didn't want the ship anymore, right? Like,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I would matter. It was incidental. I don't think the rest of you did anything particularly empathetic in the way that it's suggesting here. So I think that's it for now. I am curious though about hatred because we did have Jin like kill a dude.
This is true.
We'll see if that. I wonder if that came up depending on what the advancement says here.
Didn't Fang and I kill, or didn't I kill a guy?
Yes, but like Jin quite literally went to a guy who was spasming from gas and just murdered him, right? Like
that's pretty evil.
Right. It depends on.
I was going.
It depends on. Yeah. Well, it depends on like what the level of it is here. Let's see. Because like Ob 1 lording your victory over a bested opponent, you didn't lord it over them. Ob 3 is attacking the helpless, which like kind of counts. Like he is a combatant, but it is.
I would hardly.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't.
What do we think?
You don't.
Innocent. I mean, he was moving until we gasped.
Yeah, it doesn't say innocent. It says helpless.
You don't log tests for hatred until you actually open it. And
you do get aptitude towards it though. Based on
but you only get aptitude by doing the things that it has listed. So you can technically anyone with empathy can burn a persona point to re-roll a stat skill or test. If it's to prevent the loss of something dear to them, that counts as a log. And you can do something. If you fail a steel test, you can essentially invoke a new hesitation option to enact revenge.
I thought it was both.
No.
Let me double check where I was reading that.
No, you only log aptitude tests.
Where are you reading that?
Methods. From the Balancing Act on page 8.
Page 8. Oh, okay, yeah, this is like the Artha stuff. Yeah, I see. Yes, okay. Every sorcerer that lacks age still has an aptitude equal to your will exponent. Yeah, okay. Invokes one of the following. Oh, okay, yeah. So, okay, all right. I see. Okay, yeah. I think we came up across that before, and I just forgot.
Yep.
Okay, so This is something cool to keep in mind for all of you. At any point, if you would like to invoke the dark side for free to get like extra power, you can do so. It just logs an aptitude test towards getting hatred, which will replace empathy if you get enough tests towards it. So you don't get it automatically by doing bad things. Yeah. It's when you specifically call on the dark side of the force to give you power is the idea. I'll put this in a handout.
Something to be careful of for Alyssa because your aptitude is equal to your will. And Alyssa has a will of 3. So she just needs to do this 3 times and she's a dark side.
Yeah.
There is a way to remove aptitude tests, but you have basically what happens. You have to do something like I did this session, where you do something that that applies for both versions of invoking empathy.
Where your intent and the task are both like self-sacrificial and for something that's not for you, right? Yeah.
Listen, my character's blunt. She's not evil, though.
Yeah. But hey, I just wanted to dangle that carrot in front of you in case you wanted to tempt the dark side.
Turn to the dark side.
Worth putting it in a handout, Caleb. Yeah, just put this there.
I will. I'll put it in a handout just in case. Just so you can look at it just in case. Because hey, in a moment where you really need some dice, right? You can do it. All right, cool. There you go. That's our session. Thanks for playing, guys. That was a blast. Yeah, I really like that session a lot. So excited for next time.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. I agree.
Alrighty. There you go. That's been Red in Tooth and Claw. We can figure out when we're playing next after we log off. But for now, we'll go ahead and say adios.
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 Thanks.